Hell yeah. Round two, baby. Fucking round two. Let's go. Let's go. We stand on it's round two, baby. We are waiting on one Brodo Swaggins. You're sorely fan what the fuck is going on. Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Let's fucking go. Thank you to everyone in the chat so far. Got 11 people up in this cheesy. I gotta open the door. Hold on. Gotta check out your set. Ladies and gentlemen, fresh off the Steve Aoki tour, DJ Brodo Swaggins. Wow, I can't believe it. From his own private jet. How was the flight from Bangkok?
It was nice. Actually, just slept the entire way. Saved all my energy for the game.
So hell yeah!
We're nice and relaxed and refreshed.
We are.
We're gonna kick some ass tonight, boys.
Change your jerseys because it's a new series.
Same bling though.
Same bling.
Good luck.
Same bling. Let me turn up the brightness.
Yes. How many homies we got in the chat?
We got 10 homies in the Chahizi right now.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Tell your friends we are live. We've got Ilya Samsonov starting for the Toronto Maple Leafs. This is just weird. I never thought round two would involve the Florida Panthers. I didn't even think this was. But here we go. Round two. Morgan Riley.
You ever realize that we could eliminate an entire state from the playoffs if everything goes right?
Yeah, this is literally the battle for the Atlantic Division. This is a series I'm most worried about, if I'm being honest. Because I don't care about all the other divisions. The Atlantic is where it's been at all season. Fucking Makachuk already up to his nonsense, tries to submarine Yarncrook on the sideboards. John Tavares, Game 6 hero, moves the puck to Luke Shen. Luke Shen dumps it in. I am not looking forward to Radko Gudas and his shit beard and his shit play. And Florida's on the attack already. Solid save by Ilya Samsonov. Florida is buzzing. They move it to the point, get a shot on goal. Toronto's battling for the puck. Matthew Nyes on the ice right now with Austin Matthews. He's got a break. He shoots. Misses the net. Austin Matthews knocks the puck back to William Nylander, who looks like he just got tripped in the corner. Mitch Marner now on the ice with the forwards. We have got Mark Giordano with, who is that, Jake McCabe on the other side of the blue?
I think he's paired with Liljegren, but
Liljegren,
it might have been halfway through a line change.
Ryan O'Reilly's out on the third line with Kyle Bunting. He's buzzing and humming.
Kyle Bunting?
What?
Michael Bunting.
Oh my God.
Kyle Dubas did a Yu-Gi-Oh! Polymerization with Michael Bunting.
Polymerization card.
He did the Dragon Ball Z fusion thing. He became Super Gotenks, but it's Kyle Bunting.
Eric, you did indeed lose the bet if you are in this chat right now. Eric, you're a stinky breaded bastard.
What was the bet?
So he was like, if the Leafs win Game 3, I'll buy you a shawarma or I'll make you the Nutella peanut butter muffins, which he hasn't made for me in like a decade. You're a shit friend for that. First off,
PB and Nutella muffins.
Yeah, they slap.
That sounds really good.
It's all sugar, but like they fucking
yeah.
And then I was confused. I thought it was if the Leafs won the series, and then he was like, "Oh, you didn't understand the bet. The bet's off. The bet's off." Eric, we not only did we win Game 3, we won the series. So Eric, you owe me a fucking shawarma, you bastard. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get shawarma on the rocks. So all the toppings, the lettuce, the pickles, the turnips are extra for you because I think of you like that. You stinky breaded bastardo. Mitch Marner to John Tavares.
Speaking of Osmos, have you seen the Osmos commercial with Ryan O'Reilly? It's goated.
Goated.
I love it so much. Who is Stanley? Who is Stanley, guys?
Who is Stanley? Jake McCabe takes a hard hit in the corner. TJ Brody. This is going to. Oh my God!
Oh, he's getting called for that one. Who was that? Was that Sam Bennett?
Yeah, it was Bennett for sure.
Scam Bennett. Can you believe that guy was a 4th overall pick?
What a piece of shit. And I love, in such poetic fashion, the Leafs have to face a former coach, Paul Maurice.
Yep. I'm trying to think if we got any former Leafs on Florida.
He literally left his feet.
Yeah, that's charging.
Yeah.
It was not head
Yeah.
Whatever. You got to call for it. It's whatever.
Maurice, shut up.
It was close to being head contact. Maybe they'll review it down the line. Camp looks okay. He's on the bench. He looks fine.
Does he have no tape on that? No, he's got one of the poverty.
He doesn't use the synthetic tape. It's
it's weird.
It's tape spelled TAIP. It's like milk with MYLK, like Carrick, or like TAYP or something.
Connor Carrick had the most coffee deals in the city when he really didn't do that much. Like, he posted a lot of gym videos of him on Instagram. That was really it, though. That was the extent of his.
I mean, he needed to be entertaining considering he wasn't a very good hockey
player.
Oh,
God. So. Yeah, he wasn't. He was literal poverty. Ryan O'Reilly with a decent look on the Florida net. Ilya Samsonov gets a puck to Morgan Riley. Morgan Riley skates around the net. He's looking for an outlet. He's picking up momentum. That goated bastard. Mitch Marner on the ice with Pappy. Bitch to Austin. Leafs take the blue line.
Great entrance.
O'Reilly to Riley. Here we go. The tongue twister line. Leafs are buzzing. They're humming.
Fun fact, Florida has a 59% penalty kill percentage in the playoffs so far.
We need to get a fucking shot on this penalty.
I feel like I've just jinxed it's going to go up like 20%. Yeah. So.
All right, Matthews to O'Reilly, to Riley, to Mitch Marner. Shot. Fucking just goes wide of the net. I hate you, Sasha Barkov. The fact that your parents named you Sasha confirms that they fucking hate you. I hate Brady Tkachuk. There's a whole new level of hatred I have for that little Pan Am thing in Florida. Fuck all of you. Shoot the puck. No space cake. What? Want some Stroop waffles too? Yes.
I take some Stroop waffles.
Stroop waffles slap. Put some Nutella. Well, man, I'm that piece of shit. I'll throw
Have you seen? I think it was from last season. There's a clip of Cale Makar eating Stroop waffles on the bench.
That's hilarious.
It's the new like smelling salts that Matt Martin and Mitch Martin used to do from 5 years ago.
Ah, come on. Leafs unable to convert on that power play there.
That's some good chances. That's some good chances.
Couple shots. Ooh. This is just, it's still like, they're still feeling each other out right now, eh?
Yeah.
There hasn't been a whole lot of like high scoring opportunities. It's a new series.
It's not like, because we played Tampa last year in the playoffs. I don't think we've ever played Florida in the playoffs.
Oh my God, no, we've never played Florida in the playoffs. Zach Aston-Reese humming out there. He's tripped. Oh my God. Paul Maurice is literally going to blow gasket.
I want to see like his when they interview him after the game.
Look at him.
He's got the most fiery quotes.
Yeah. Yeah, Stroop waffles are great. We almost, dude, who's the Florida Panthers goalie?
Bobrovsky.
Is that 72?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Remember when he signed that $70 million contract and that was absolute garbage for like the first couple of years?
Yep.
He's kind of rebounded a little bit, but he got almost replaced by Alex Lyon of all goalies. So. And hopefully after tonight we can replace him with Alex Lyon. So we'll see.
What is good, my dudes? Come, legendary come. How are you, son? How's that foot doing? Come literally got 2 trash to thrash at the Razor show. Missed the headliner. Went home with a pulled ligament and fractured foot.
But it is the reason the Leafs won on Saturday night. You cannot convince me otherwise.
So, Cam, get that other foot ready, buddy.
If someone wants to break their ankle tonight in support of your Toronto Maple Leafs, let us know in the comments. Send us a video and I don't know, you're going to like
tag Thrash TV.
You'll get a
patch.
You get a patch or something.
Get a patch. Also, speaking of, there's literally one Thrash hat left. There's literally one www.thrash.ca $24.99. Come on, man. defensive lapses per game. These are very in-depth statistics.
All I know is that in all of like the major statistical categories, we are beating the Florida Panthers in terms of like power play, penalty kill, face off, goals for, goals against, all that. So I know that doesn't really mean anything come playoffs, but it's at least I don't know about you guys, but you know how like in the past couple seasons when the Leafs would make the playoffs, you'd feel scared going against their opponent.
Yeah,
I'm completely like not feeling that. I'm feeling good about how they played in round one. And they got a good start to round two, just 5 minutes in so far. So they played Florida well all year. It's gonna be a good series.
We just gotta get on the goal first and not play catch up. That's my big thing with this team. Okay, do you want to come here? Yes, I'm sitting in the middle. Here come that boy. Here come that good boy.
He spent the entire like first period thus far just sniffing my shoes at the entrance.
Yeah,
they're good smelling shoes. I don't blame him.
Had to make sure he wasn't sus. Ryan O'Reilly, Morgan Riley to Ryan O'Reilly. No, fucking one of the Rileys has the puck on the ice. Hands it off to Marner. Thank God.
We ought to just call them by their first names. At this point.
Mo and Ryan. It sounds weird saying Ryan. Ryan. Like Mo works.
Yeah. I think it's his nickname. Everyone knows him as Mo.
Okay, so Mo and O'Reilly, that's it.
Yeah. I know O'Reilly in his time in Colorado and Buffalo, he was known as the Factor.
Yes.
I guess we could call him that, but it's kind of I don't know. It's a different O'Reilly, it feels like.
That was a really bad giveaway by Nylander.
Yeah.
All right, come on, boys. The second power play in the first period.
I want to know who agrees with me. Florida Panthers worst jerseys in the league this year.
Yo, I fucking worst.
Disgusting.
One of the worst rebrands in NHL history. I hate that stupid and the cat looks like Joe Quenneville sleeping. Like it's just Sleepy Joe Quenneville.
The old Panther jumping out was so much better.
Yeah,
100%.
Come on,
nice. Willie on the second unit actually I kind of like that.
Looks like Steve French. Just put it on the net, bro. Leafs unable to convert on the second power play. They had one shot. That's not very good. Well, Giordano cycles the puck around back. David Kampf knifing his way through the neutral zone. Just dangled 3 defenders. Leafs get in deep. Alex Kerfoot doesn't win the battle to the puck. Jake McCabe's battling for on the sidewall. Panthers regain possession. They take it over the red line and dump it in. You know the refs are going to be looking to call an even or penalty sometime.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And given the Leafs luck, Florida's definitely going to score on it too.
Oh, yeah. So apparently Braden Point was playing with a punctured lung.
He also admitted that Riley did not do anything wrong.
Yeah, confirmed.
I think it was a punctured lung. I think he also broke a rib.
Yeah, and Hedman was fucked too.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. As soon as teams get eliminated, you finally find out what they were battling with.
Yeah. Now let's see what was ailing the Rangers this entire time. Aside from choking.
Yo, the Rangers, everyone was like, oh, Rangers are going to run it back. No, they're run what back?
You outscored your opponent 10-2 in the first 2 games and proceeded to do absolutely nothing for the rest of the series.
And
actually takes skill.
Patrick Kane was a non-factor in that series.
Patrick Kane is a non-factor, period. He's only good for punching cab drivers and being a jerk. The Rangers were dealing with being the Rangers. Agreed.
Yeah.
Until one day I became a veterinarian.
Best thing about that series was Jack Hughes absolutely lighting up the reporters after Game 3.
Jack Hughes! Jack Hughes! Jack Hughes!
Here's that same Bet365 commercial yet again.
I love all the state commercials we've been getting all playoffs.
I think I said this the last time I was here. How the states get Super Bowl commercials, we should get that for NHL playoffs. It's like, you know how we have Christmas season, Christmas time, Easter time, like Lent going up to Easter, the 25 days of Christmas going up to Christmas. We should have like an entire like holiday season, but for the NHL playoffs. You have an advent calendar, one for every day. You eat an extra chocolate every time a team gets eliminated. It's a whole extra holiday season. Why do you think they close the schools right after the playoffs end? Because we need to spend 2 months recovering. What's up? What am I looking at?
Oh, what the? How did that happen? Trying to put the ice. We want to grab another cup.
Oof. F in the chat for the cup that Chris just grabbed.
Just man pawed it to death.
All right, boys. How do you feel about the game so far? We're gonna win tonight. A bunch of F's coming in the chat finally. 17 homies in the chat. All right, we're getting some activity now. Barkov down low. Centering pass, nice save. Bunting come up to left wing, cuts through center, over the blue line, dumped and chased for O'Reilly. Around the boards, Chari, back to O'Reilly, looking for a pass close to the point. It's intercepted. Cut off by the Panthers. Ekblad to someone. Leafs regaining their defensive end. McCabe to Brody, going for a line change. Dart up the ice. Back to McCabe. Yarncrook down low. Puck's coming out. McCabe keeps it in. All right. You saw Motley Crue and Def Leppard live last summer. I actually was going to go see that tour, and then I forgot to buy tickets, and then the concert date already passed by. I wanted to see Def Leppard because I'm actually a huge Def Leppard fan. Motley Crue I would only see just because of Vince Neil. He's an absolute joke, absolute meme. Legendary Link 07. How bad was Vince Neil? Like on a scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of Limp Bizkit to Five Finger Death Punch, how bad was he? Shoot. Nick Cousins scored. It's 1-0 Florida. Yep. Praying Mantis is a better version of Def Leppard. I kind of agree with that. First 3 Leppard albums rule. Agreed. As for after the first 3 albums, Hysteria and Adrenalize I thought were pretty good. They have a collection of B-sides they released right after Steve Clark died called Retroactive. There's a whole bunch of bangers on it. A bunch of demos they re-recorded from like the Pyromania and Hysteria sessions. I would advise checking out if you're into those first 3 Def Leppard albums for sure. Just a backhander that went up high. Damn. Unfortunate, but we still got 50 minutes of game left.
Lots of hockey to be played. God.
Brodo showing his tradness. Of course. When am I not showing my tradness?
He's a literal trad chad.
Literal trad chad.
Wow.
Chris, who is other than Motorhead? Because I'm going to say
Skullfist.
Skullfist, yes.
Skullfist fucks so hard.
They are quite good.
Speaking of, we are going to be covering Skullfist at the Prawn Pit Festival in like a week and a half. We literally just got our plane tickets today. I was actually low-key kind of sus about it, but it all worked out. So we're going to Montreal. Everything will be okay.
And you can drink the salty tears of Habs fans after their team has missed the playoffs yet again.
So we will be gone the 10th to 13th. So we'll try to do a in-hotel live stream. Again, try our best. No guarantees. We'll see how poverty the Wi-Fi is there.
Seeger Thrash. Saw Cannibal Corpse live 3 weeks ago. Managed to get a pick with Corpse Commander. Nice.
That's fucking sick. That's based in Thrash build.
Back to what I was saying. What are the trad bands is Chris like? Not Anvil.
Yo, okay, but like metal on metal does hit.
That is a banger.
Warlord are sick.
Warlord is pretty good.
Enforcer I like. Oh, Rebound right there.
I think Enforcer has a new album coming out.
Yes.
The lead single sounds exactly like Death Rise This Night. Or no, sorry, Run for Your Life from that same album. Yeah.
What other trad do I like? Motorhead, Maiden, Judas Priest, like Dio, Rainbow.
Good stuff.
A lot of just like the generic classic stuff. I like Skullfist to me, like that's just why would anyone try after Chasing the Dream? Ambush.
Ambush is great. I think they're working on new material. What I like about Ambush is one thing I have with Swedish trad bands is they sound super somber and like
Yes.
dark. Ambush is good. Ambush makes like low key like party music. The stuff slaps. Dio is God, literally. Dio,
Yes.
literally Italian word for God.
Literal.
Kerfoot threw a hit. Damn, that's the first.
Wow. Kerfoot's like showing teeth.
I will say though, yesterday for the first time I listened to what's the Heaven and Hell album he did in 2009. With the Heaven and Hell lineup, whatever that album is. Going with that weird devil creature holding the cross. I forget what the name of the album is. I was actually not satisfied with it.
Bible Black.
No, I don't think Bible Black's the name of the album, but I know it's a song on the album. Bewitcher and Severe Rule 2, agreed.
I have the hockey stick holding out the jerseys is a Cavalry Curve.
Cavalry Curve, nice.
Yeah.
Leafs legend.
Leafs legend. Also owns a restaurant in Toronto, Quanto Basto.
He does?
Yeah.
Legend.
Yeah.
Italian?
Yeah. The irony.
He's not
Czech. Yeah. But his wife's Italian apparently, so and he was delivering his own food during the pandemic, so
absolute legend.
Yeah. I'd go there just to be like, yo, where's Cabby? And then I'd be like, yo, man, why'd you have to go win a cup in Boston? Of all places, why Boston?
It's the devil. Yeah, devil. That's the name of the album. Yeah, I honestly was very unsatisfied with it.
It's Holy Grail trad.
Okay, so they are considered to be part of the neo trad movement, but they're like this weird melodic death metal without the melodic death metal vocals.
Yeah.
They actually broke up last year.
Oh, really?
They're very quiet about it. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
The singer already started a new band. I think they're called Entranced or something like that. They're like this weird gothic romantic trad. I'm not into his thing whatsoever.
Sounds terrible.
But yeah, they did an album in like 2016. They did a tour in 2019 with Bewitcher. Someone else mentioned Bewitcher before. And then they just didn't do anything for 3 years and then silently broke up.
Wow.
Yep.
Rest and rip.
An uncle showed me Holy Diver and I was about 15, changed my life. Sounds cheesy, but 100% true. Holy Diver is a banger. Holy Diver is one of the first songs I learned to play on bass as well.
Oh, yeah. Classic. Heaven and Hell's a lot of fun to play on the bass. Rogers is not with you. There was a literal blackout. Fuck you.
There's blackouts all the time.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Air Canada.
Speaking of blackouts, a couple weeks ago when I was at work, right as the doors opened, the power went out for like a good hour, which was fun. And I think the week before was right at closing time as well. So we had a whole lineup of clients, and then we all had basically to say, yeah, we kind of can't help you. They were pretty angry about it, but whatever. We had the power out for 3 full hours, if I remember, and it came back on right as we were supposed to leave.
That's like when you get back from a field trip in high school and they're like, oh no, you still got to go to the last period. There's time for it. It's like, no, fuck off. I remember I literally was like, oh, I lost the contact lens. I have to go home. And I was like, I can't see. Yeah. It was after retreats. It was for religion class. It was stupid.
Religion retreats were this dumbest field trips ever.
Yeah.
You did nothing.
Yeah.
You got free pizza though, which is
yeah, but at a certain time,
it was off-brand pizza.
Yeah, of course, a school wouldn't splurge for like Pizza Nova or anything like halfway decent. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm an August baby, so I was 17 when I graduated. So yeah, I couldn't do that.
I'm born in February, so I could do that, but I didn't because I was a good boy. But I wanted to, like, every single day.
Shut the fuck up.
But in second semester in high school, I had 4th period spare. So literally after 3rd period, I had physics. I went to have lunch, and I went straight home. It's pretty nice leaving school at 12:30 every day as opposed to 3 o'clock.
I have 1st period spare. That I love that because
you can wake up late, get to school late.
Yeah. Well, for me, like, because I had to go train to Union, then subway to St. Clair West.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so it's an hour and a half commute regardless. But like, yeah, I got up at 7:05 as opposed to 6:05. Still pretty poverty, but hey, you know. Florida's actually kind of humming, and I'm kind of a bit suspicious.
They got that like momentum after scoring the goal, but I think let's just get out of the period. Next 6 minutes, regroup in the second. It's only a 1-goal deficit. They can work back. I do think having
Nice.
I do think being gifted 2 power plays and not scoring on it kind of gets in the team's head a little bit.
Yeah.
We only got 1 shot on
Florida is sus.
Florida's very sus. Their governor is Cuban Donald Trump.
Wow.
Can't convince me otherwise. Series could go either way. We're 15 minutes into the series. It's way too early to say who's the winner and loser.
Yo, are you actually?
Yo,
buddy, tell me you're
sorry,
cheering for the Buds. Tell me you're cheering for the Leafs, though. Come on. Come on now.
He's coming in from behind enemy lines.
Shove them back. Shove them back. Oh, no. No.
Kids call me emo and shove me in lockers. That never happened to me. I don't have a good method for dealing with that. I guess you could just say, I don't know. Okay, so NTT Matt in the chat. Someone shoved them into a locker and called him emo.
Shove them back. Shove back. And stand your ground.
When you put him in the locker, lock the lock too. And then spin the combo and or like don't leave on the last one so no one can just pull the lock open.
I was far too of a thick boy to be fit in a locker.
Oh, Sam.
Yeah.
But you know what you can't even think is belly bump people into lockers. It looks so good.
Yeah, I know.
More of a cat guy.
Lee talking mad shit once again.
Alt sus.
Alt sus.
Exit sus.
Sudsidus.
Sussidus.
That sounds so stupid.
Bonded by sus. Pleasures of the sus. Sus disaster.
Sus is imminent. That works out so well. Exhibit A, the sus exhibit. Exhibit B, the sus condition.
Sus in, sus out.
Per sussa non grata.
And then if you just drop the O in Sousa, it's Steve Sussa. Central Sussa.
Gary Sus.
The toxic sus.
Jack Sus.
What are there? Tom Sussing.
Tom Sussing's actually pretty hilarious.
They can't do something against
the boiling hot water. Is this another Fast and Furious?
Yes, it's number 10.
This has to be 13 at this point.
The suspect of Banter.
The suspect. Why they got Jason Momoa in the
United Sus of America.
Sus Act. Wow, this is stupid. Stop making these movies, I implore you.
Last game 1 win, 1996.
Is Quebec actually flooded? That's hilarious. Fuck Quebec.
Sheesh.
Yo, Rob, we got our flight tickets. We're going to Montreal.
I will be there in spirit. Oh, we forgot to do something. Kiss the blame. That's why we haven't scored.
Let's go. Come on, man.
So if those who were here last time I was here, when was that? Last week or whatever? Going into overtime, I had everyone in the room kiss the bling, and then we won. So Leafs are want to know when my ice gets a little lip action.
Look. Mo shoots. Kyle Bunting being harassed, as is tradition.
Half GM, half left winger, Kyle Bunting.
Kyle Bunting.
He's forever going to be Kyle Bunting.
Yo, Kyle Dubas's grandma liked our tweet.
She did?
Yeah.
What did you tweet?
It was like, trust this kid or something. And it was like Kyle Dubas's first year in like the Leafs change room with the old logo and shit. And like, yeah. Hold on.
Oh, Marietta Dubas, Grandma Doobie.
Yeah, Grandma Doobie.
I think she chirped someone a couple of years ago, too.
Oh, she did.
Absolute legend.
Yeah, right here. The absolute balls on this kid, and it's rookie Dubas, and then
Marietta Dubas like to tweet. Hell
yeah.
That's how you know you've made it as a Twitter user.
Yeah.
You've either been
Joe Bowen liked one of our tweets too.
Joe Bowen.
Yeah, because I met him when when the Argos played in the East Final. He was there in the Argos lounge because season ticket holders suck my dick. And well, my dad is. And so he was in line getting a hot dog. I was like, "Yo, Joe, thank you for everything, dude. It's okay if I take a selfie." He's like, "For sure, bud." I was just like, "Yeah." He literally said your username. Oh, for sure, bud.
Oh, for sure, bud.
Yeah, like literal, just legend.
Common Joe Bowen W.
Kyle Bunting battling for the puck behind. Noel Chari's 52, yes.
Yes.
The Florida Sessers.
There's a play there that shows you said the least to get open early. Good hard goal check by Bunting. Traded a
Nice shake. John Tavares crosses the blue line. That absolute beauty. For I used a jackhammer today.
Taking actual jackhammer?
Yeah.
Nice.
So we were doing this demolition gig for a couple days. Yeah. The one room sucked yesterday because like underneath the carpet was a shit tiling and it was glued on and I just had to stab at it with a crowbar. Dude, this house was built in the 70s and it was an absolute hack job. Like there's outlets where there shouldn't be outlets and shit, and like there was leakage in the basement, so there was mold everywhere. It was disgusting. But yeah, so we had to get everything out. And yeah, today I got to use a jackhammer. It was a lot of fun. And I got to go underneath the tile and then just like shoot it up. Wore goggles, safety first. All right, can at least fucking do something here? Willie, please. Come in my mouth. What's wrong with you?
I will say, I feel a very excessive need to say this. I don't care how bad we lose tonight. Justin Hall's not in the lineup, so I'll feel good about it. Actually, no, never mind. If we get killed, he's going to be in the lineup for game 2.
Yeah, let's not involve Justin Hall with the playoffs.
He's not even good at being in the press box. You can't even see him in there.
Dude, what was that? Ekblad just elbowed him in the back of the head.
Ekblad, more like Ekbad.
Oh, yeah.
Scam Bennett. Ekbad.
Oh, what a save. Holy shit. Come on, man.
Do you remember during the bubble season when Kachuk was selling Calgary at the end of the game when Jake Muzzin like shot the puck at him?
Yes. I remember that.
Bring it back.
Oh, God. If we can get under his skin, that's going to go a long way.
Put on the back of the 50. Wait, where's Carter Verhage? I just remember he's a former Leaf. 42 goals this year.
Really?
Yeah. And the series clincher against Boston. And we traded him for Michael Grabner in 2016. And Michael Grabner had 9 goals as a Leaf.
Could be worse. We had Nick Foligno that we literally gave up a first-round pick for, and he had no goals as a Toronto Maple Leaf. That was great. No interference.
He had more lost fights against Corey Perry than he did goals.
Oh! Okay.
Big save.
Boys, win it.
Let's
win
go.
it for fucking Sammy, man. He's doing his job. Jesus,
big
boys, save. Come on. Literally just stuffed the Florida Panthers captain. The Toronto faithful chanting Sammy. Okay, they're clogging the neutral zone really well. That's what they're doing.
The Leafs or the Panthers?
No, the Panthers. Nice.
I find the one thing with the Leafs is when against teams that usually do that, what they should do is just beat them with speed, but they don't. They just kind of chip it up into the air, and then the team isn't really built to win puck battles behind the net, save for a couple of players. So,
oh God,
I don't know he's calling a penalty,
and we knew that was coming. Skowalker is out of the cheese. What the fuck's going on?
Man, where was this goaltending in series with the Caps?
Oh my God! I need to grab stocks. I'll be back. I'm dying.
Speaking of the Capitals, good job trading a second-round pick for Connor Brown, who played 4 games and broke his jaw. I feel bad for Brownie, though. Dylan Strome is going to be your number 1 center for the future. Good luck. I love how everyone was talking about how Ovi was a choker. He won his 1 cup and then hasn't even won a playoff round since. He'll probably still get Gretzky's record, though. Yeah, Chris, we're going to the PK. Gio's in the box hooking.
Scored power play goals in each of the final 4 games.
It's a weird time to be a Caps fan. Yeah, I think it's the first time in nearly 20 years your team's going to be kind of bad, because the last time you were bad, you got Ovechkin, and then you got Backstrom the year after, and then you were good for a while. But that's what it's like when your team is good for a long time. Same with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's going to be bad for like the first time in my life, and I'm honestly really excited for it. Because they've got like absolutely nothing in terms of like prospects or picks or futures. So they're going to be bad for a really long. It's going to be like when Detroit started falling off like 5 or 6 or 7 years ago.
Yep.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Wait, you went up through there?
Yeah, there's 2 staircases.
Sheesh. My entire house has 1 staircase in it. This guy's got 2 separate entrances to his basement.
John
That's
and Lori have
hard.
2 separate staircases. I have my shoes.
Sheesh. You know what's funny? Growing up in Vaughan, they always told me that Mississauga was like sus, but like
Yo,
not really.
There's some like Mississauga. There's nothing to do here. Like the Ice Dogs left, the Majors left, and no one watches the Steelheads. I literally worked at Paramount Fine Food Center, and yeah, no one.
Warner? Okay. Oh, he just. Sorry, back to what you're saying.
Yeah, like no one watches the Steelheads. It's a poverty franchise.
What do you mean is a steelhead?
It's a fish. It's a fucking salmon. Yeah, and like the logo is just this fish caught in the headlights, and I hate it so much. Ooh.
All right, and we got out of the first period just down 1-0. I think we're still in the PK to start the second. Not a bad period, not a great one either, but it's the first second round period we've played in 19 years, so
It's something.
it is something. All right, it's officially now Reddit AMA with Brodo Swaggins for the next 20 minutes. Ask me literally anything, like we did last time.
Do it.
Literally any question. I might answer it depending on what it is. No, I'm kidding. I'll answer it. That necklace is tight. Yes, it is. Even though this looks like something you could buy from Dollarama, it cost me $45.
Yep, confirmed. I saw it Pro Hockey Life. It was $49.99.
I got it for $44.99.
Wow, it's Mr. Savings.
Save $5. Oh, funny thing about Boston Pizza, they're going to change their name to Austin Pizza for the rest of the playoffs.
Really?
They said Boston out, Austin in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, Jim Trillivan, why the fuck would you call it Boston Pizza? Boston's not even. Everyone that I've been on tour with, all they say is Boston's not known for its pizza.
Chicago, New York, New Jersey. Yeah, not Boston.
Not Boston.
What I heard is in New Jersey they call cheese pizza plain. That's just wrong.
No, it's cheese pizza.
It's cheese pizza. They call it plain pizza. No.
What is this? The new James Bond?
I don't know, but it has Eurythmics in the background and I'm vibing. Citadel.
Sounds like something with cum in it.
Potentially.
Potential cum. Ha ha ha, Vancouver.
Oh, this the Jersey.
Jack Hughes.
Wait, is Luke Hughes playing for the Devils or did he not sign?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Or if anyone in the chat knows, did Luke Hughes sign?
Yo, Bo Horvat did nothing for the Islanders.
Poverty franchise,
Confirmed.
poverty player, poverty GM. Actually, no, Bo Horvat's he's pretty solid.
and watch the Blue Jays. Sportsnet, home of the Blue Jays. There you go. Always knows. In the pregame, where you at, Jamie? We've got you covered on Blue Jay Central.
He played 2 games in the regular season. He had 2 points. They haven't dressed him for the playoffs. Devils are going to be sick for the next couple of years. Though. It's the first time they're being good since they had Marty Brodeur.
Yeah. We're no strangers to love, baby. You know it.
You know the rules.
And so
I don't care what anyone says. That's actually a good song.
it's a banger.
So, fun fact, when I was 6 years old, my mom and I went to the airport to pick up my grandparents because they just come back from vacation. And they were playing that song in the airport. And I asked my mom, what's the name of the song and who sings it? And I have loved that song ever since. 17 years. I would be a changed man without it. Butterfly Effect, I probably wouldn't even be Brodo Swaggins, the old for sure bud. Without it. Yeah. What time is
Rep
Flight?
Gord Downey.
Yeah,
I literally emailed you everything.
Rip Gordon Lightfoot, Canadian legend. I don't even know any of his music, but I know he's Canadian, so. I didn't check it. Well, check again, please.
Check your fucking email.
Just say a time. Check it, bro.
We're leaving at 5 p.m. Wednesday, May 10th. We're arriving in Montreal at 6:17, so we'll be on time for the game. And then we come back to Toronto at 3:30, leaving from Montreal and arrive in Toronto at 4:40. You got that? You slut? Fucking. I send you why did I send you an email? One hat, guys. There's literally one hat. Go to www.thrash.ca. Don't make me literally pack one hat from Montreal. Buy it now. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I will bless the hat. I will kiss it.
Email is a fad. Well, I'm going to put my fucking... I'm not going to say it. I don't want to get demonetized. But you know what I was going to say about my dick. I'm going to come in you. That's what I was going to say. What a shit first period.
And now we have a shitty panel to deal with as well.
God, I hate this. Kevin Bieksa, okay. I hate when guys don't shave the neck hair. Just line up your beard properly. You're on literal national television and stop wearing thin ties. You have a small chest to begin with. It looks like a small, thin, like worm dick in between your chest plates where you have no muscle mass because it's just literal breast plates. Stop it. Mix in some bench at the gym. Get a membership, maybe, idiot.
I find it kind of funny when former pro hockey players are out of shape. Like, what did you do every day for 20 years? Why are you fat?
Bro, okay. And this is someone that played rep hockey. Half of these fucking kids, they just had the good genetics. They didn't grow up our way. They didn't grow up beefy Greco-Romans that literally whose diet was olive oil, carbs, and carbs. And then olive oil on top of the meat. Like, these kids would literally eat candy, and then that's a sign that they just ate whatever the fuck they wanted. That's like how Mitch Marner eats literal Skittles in between periods. Like that's if I ate Skittles, I would be fat as fuck.
Check this out. Streamception.
As I'm itching my face, Jesus. Okay,
I'm watching the stream
while watching
the stream.
In the stream.
Yeah. What I was gonna do, I was just gonna share it with the Discord. Right now,
Hell
so
yeah.
We can have more homies join.
I still cannot go live on my own Instagram because someone tried to sell me their nudes and I responded with buy my merch. And I
see it as a fair trade. They tried to sell their merch and you offer yours. Like, that's a completely
and then
fair compromise.
Instagram was like, you went against our terms and conditions. I was like, no, I didn't.
The other person was literally selling porn.
Yeah.
You were selling
I made it funny. See, look, still blocked from... I fucking hate it.
Bruh.
I hate Instagram so much. My dudes, how do I join the Discord? I will post an invite link in the chat. It is only reserved for one person and one use, expiring in 1 day.
By using everyone, you're about to mention it. 434 plus people. Yes, that is the intention. I have the power. Yes, that is the intention.
All right, ready? Legendary link, it's in there. Legendary link, it's in there. Go click it. Go click it immediately.
When you join, I'll do one of those. You know when someone joins the Discord and you click the thing and there's that little dog dude spinning saying "What up? Welcome for joining." That's like my single favorite thing about this group.
I love it's the
Hey, look, you see already. Boom.
Oh hell yeah, boom.
We got you. If you can see, kinda, not really. Welcome, Link. Nice DRI profile photo too.
Here's another one. Usually Monty's got that up a little bit higher.
All right, now let's go back to shitting on this Sportsnet cast.
I broke one of my bullets the other day. I was taking my stuff out of my car after the show, the Razor show, and I had a few drinks because it was the day after the Leafs did the thing and got out of the first round. And I watched the John Tavares highlight and I cried over and over again. Okay,
I was crying like at the show.
I can't cry in public.
I can't either, but like no one, I don't think anyone could tell.
It was like, dude, the entire time we were watching Corrosive, I just kept looking at you. I was just like, 2 for round 2. It was just like, how did you, like the other senses didn't even matter at that point. It was like, dude, the Leafs did not suck for the first time in 19 years.
I
It
remember
was this that made me cry. See how the boy in 2004 in his bedroom. Theater, life is bigger. Life is bigger. And it was beautiful, and that set me off.
Where were you on April 20th, 2004? The
Oh.
last time the Leafs won a first round series.
Yeah, I was here with mom and dad. So in my room, the old blinds, there was a little spine to like open and close them. And I famously broke that spine because Jeremy Roenick eliminated the Leafs. I walked into my room, I screamed, "Fuck Jeremy Roenick," and I kicked my Leaf slipper across the room, and it broke the spine. And my mom was like, "Don't swear!" And my dad comes up to me and he's like, "Don't worry, son. There's always next year."
Oh.
And that just echoed for 20 years.
Also, the next year there was no NHL, so that's that bites too.
Yeah.
Who's this Fugazi in the middle now? That's not Derek Lalonde.
I'll like shave your head at that point. I'm sorry, dude. Like I can see that from here. I do think of less of you as a person. Fuck, what a difficult looking panel of
I feel like I know who's the guy in the middle. If anyone knows, like
Mr. Bean. That's Mr. Bean. Yeah, famously from the Mr. Bean show. The only protein that vegans claim that they get. Also, there's not much protein in beans. Did that go off the bar? It went off the fucking his stick. It went off the knob of his stick. Fuck, like that's okay. Yeah, literally. That's like I don't know if you're into baseball at all, but Randy Johnson famously hit a bird that was going across plate, and like Peter tried to sue him. Like a bird was flying past.
Peter doesn't own the fucking bird. Like,
yeah. It was something stupid, but
it's a freak accident. I hope the bird is
it died on an impact.
I mean, I hope it's doing fine now
in heaven.
In bird heaven.
It's like with the rat with okay, so context behind the "you suck big rat" meme that's part of the Thrash Discord. Tampa Bay Lightning fan famously jerseyed Victor E. Rat.
Haircuts, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just shave it, man. That's bad. It's so bad.
Sorry, back to what you were saying.
Yeah, Victor E. Rat. And there's another mascot called Victor E. something else. So
Victory Green.
Yes.
That's the Dallas Stars.
So 1, Panthers, your poverty for that. And 2, this Tampa Bay fan literally jerseyed the rat, and the Lightning were losing 6-2. And he was like, "You still suck, Florida." And then he turned to the rat. It's like, "You suck, big rat." And it was hilarious. And yeah, so there's the whole rat thing because in the 96 playoffs, there was a rat in the Panthers dressing room, and a player famously just yeeted it with the slap shot across the room and killed the rat. And then the fans got free rubber rats, along with like local businesses.
I believe that same player. I think it was Scott Mellenby. I think he scored a hat trick that game too.
Yes.
So fun fact: my dad went to high school with Jason Woolley, who was on that team. And it's the one time I saw him. The first thing I asked him was about the rat story. And he loves telling it all the time. It's a part of Florida Panthers culture.
Yeah,
it's the only good thing about that entire team's history. Let's be real.
That old logo slapped.
Okay, the old logo was good. Yes.
They had one. He played for us for like 1 season. Olli Jokinen.
He played for us for 6 games.
Oh my god.
He was part of one trade, and then he was part of another trade.
And I remember like he did an interview. He's like, "I don't understand why everyone hates Toronto. I had a great time here. It was like first class everything."
Bro, you played your entire career in Calgary.
Is this a comedian?
I think so. Pedro Oliveira says, "What's up? What's up, my dude?"
What's going on, Pedro?
I think it's a different Pedro, but I think so. Yeah.
I love you to death, but come on now.
Come on now.
Come on, now.
Come on now.
He didn't even say it right. Poverty, Sportsnet, poverty.
Yeah. Oh God, my hips are really sore.
More trails to blaze, more challenges.
It's not. It's me. The same Pedro.
To just go.
The Pedro.
Lee Pedro.
Oh, it is nice.
Nice. Non-poverty.
Thrash Pedro. Nice.
What's going on, buddy?
You have a different last name on YouTube. That's why it was confusing.
Suspaka.
Pedro Reception. The one and only. We're now to 19 homies in the chat. What's going on, everybody?
Yo.
I think it's a record for a Leafs game, at least, I think.
So like, it's a hit. Like, if there's a tour going on or some shit, like,
Yeah.
and I find it like weekdays are a bit more lively than weekends because weekends people usually have shit going on. But
Yeah.
this is rad. Like,
A Tuesday evening.
yeah, this is, to me, this is a small classroom, and if we can give the legacy of thrash and hockey and hanging out with the homies, like, fucking, yeah, exactly. Donk with the boys on a Tuesday night. I'm about it.
And put it this way, we're not paid. We're not professional commentators. We do a better job than Sportsnet.
Literally. MLSC, respond to my emails. I want to be an in-arena host. God damn it.
MLSC, I applied for a job for you guys back in like May of last year, and you didn't respond to me. Respond, please.
Dude, poverty. Watch the Kraken take the West.
You know what? I'm actually down for it. Just cause Vegas did it in their first year, Seattle can do it in their second year.
No, they can't. Vegas had
Vegas was unreal that first year.
God.
William Karlsson, 40 tucks from he had 10 points the year before.
Yeah, and
absolutely filled.
Now he's irrelevant again. And Marc-Andre Fleury also playing out of his mind, his late stage burst of Marc-Andre Fleury. I'm really mad that I kind of wanted the the Wild.
The Wild? No, okay. Someone I saw an infographic someone put on a different Discord server where it was like the Wild have made the playoffs 7 out of the last 8 seasons, and every single time they made the playoff, it's been a first round exit. They're literally like the old what the Leafs were up until this year.
Okay, West. Also
mild.
Why do we get the most shit?
Like
Jesus,
like the Arizona Coyotes exist. Why do we? Oh my God, the splits, the refs absolutely.
Yeah, look at Riley's like, what the fuck?
They're absolutely dusted by the refs. Speaking of dusting, Rob Campbell just dusted a bag of French onion sun chips. That sounds delicious, bro.
Yo, Chris, are you going to Creator and Sepultura? I should be. Yes, we are working on getting media for that.
I haven't bought my tickets yet because I don't know if I get the day off work, but I do want to go, so I can make fun of how bad Creator is live. Sepultura was all right the last time I saw them last year. Okay, Max Cavalera wasn't there, but I've seen Soulfly, and Soulfly is really bad live.
Max Cavalera
Derek Green might not play in real Sepultura, but he's real good live. And the dude had, I think, either a broken wrist or a broken foot and didn't stop him from absolutely killing it that night.
That's pretty thrash.
Pretty thrash. Hawks were the Wild's kryptonite. Absolutely, they were. You know what else is the Hawks' kryptonite? Stan Bowman and that whole thing from Kyle Beach. And also
Jonathan Toews, your shit leader. That's why he's retiring. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, I have to do more demolition tomorrow. I'm fucked. And I have to play hockey. So I played hockey Monday night.
Yeah.
Demolition Monday. Demolition today. Demolition tomorrow. Then hockey. I'm just. God, I'm fucked.
Creator's last set was poverty. Creator's last how many albums for how many years have been poverty?
You know what? I liked Gods of Violence. There were some cringe songs on there, Satan is Real. I hate that song.
Have you seen the comment section for Satan is Real?
No.
It's so many Christian people being like, oh my God, they know Satan's real. They're not atheists. Or some absolutely dumb bullshit. It's, I don't know.
Poverty.
Pedro, we did have a good time at Sepultura, and yes, I do remember you got the pick, and I think you got the set list as well. But what I hated about that show is that the entire population of Brazil was there.
Yeah.
We couldn't move. It came to a point where I went to reach into my hands were up in the air for whatever reason, and I need to reach. Yeah, I think I felt my phone buzz because someone texted me, and I couldn't actually reach into my pocket.
That's so stressful. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, it was. I was there like this for half the show. And I think I still have a picture of. Okay, it was raining that day, and if anyone's been to the Opera House in Toronto, you know that like the tiles on like the floor are like little chunks of stone.
Yeah, and when you go down, it hurts.
And yeah, that too, and also because it was raining, it just tracked a bunch of mud, and it like got hard, like solidified on the stone. It was absolutely disgusting. I think I still have a picture of my shoes from that night. I was wearing a nice bright pair of white Adidas shoes, and they were completely brown. It took me like 3 hours to clean when I got home.
Jesus.
Yeah, I want to see if I still have it from last year. Second period almost back.
Yes, Wendell.
Wendell!
My literal childhood idol, Wendell Clark, that absolute unit.
Unfortunately, he's before my time.
He's going to get a point a game. That's how good he is. But he's a big power forward. Don't get tangled up. Play through the hands and box him up.
No, I don't have the picture. I guess I deleted it.
He has most playoff goals in Leafs history. Wow.
Yeah, not surprised. Oh, here's a fun one.
You've been part of some wonderful runs here in this city. As the years have gone on in your years,
you don't see anything. If anyone can see this meme, POVU became a referee and it's just black because the refs are blind. Although they've been pretty all right so far. We've had more power plays than Florida.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Does anyone else call Kyle Bukakis Kyle Bukake? I can't be the only one who does that.
Yo, his loaf has gotten a lot better. It was really high for some time. It was just a little extra.
I left the Exodus pit. My shoes were caked in beer, sweat, water, and dirt. That means you're doing it right. You are doing it right. It was sticky. Pedro, I think a couple months later, we saw destruction at Lee's Palace. And the floor there was not as sticky, but
Nirvana. Nervosa, sorry. And all their lineup literally left. Find another band that goes through as many lineups like Oof Morone.
Megadeth.
I mean, yeah, that's for different reasons.
Death.
Yeah. But like a band that young, like, come on. Hey, come on, man.
And the other thing with it's got to be hard to find members because like they're
it's such a unique brand.
It's a unique brand, right?
Yes.
It's an all-female death thrash group.
Yeah.
I don't think you find a lot of musicians that will exactly fit the
the niche.
And on top of that, they're an international band. Like every member of the band is from a different country.
Like it's got to be so fucking hard to get together and jam.
Exactly, or to tour. You got to. They're jamming over like Zoom calls during COVID or something.
Yeah, you're just going from like Guitar Pro.
Okay, come on, tank him. Yarn Croak.
We're not throwing the body as much. I feel like Florida's dominating the physical game a bit more.
I mean, they have Radko Gudas and Sam Bennett. And Matthew Tkachuk.
Yeah.
That alone.
But like we were giving it to Tampa. I don't know.
Legendary Link says, I think you mean Crypta, which is an all-female death metal band. And fun fact, that's all former members of Nervosa.
Yeah, it's literally half of Nervosa. Like Luana and
Fernando Lira is that too, yeah?
Fernando. Chris Pronger from Poverty. Dryden, Ontario.
I don't know where that is, but it sounds Poverty.
Yeah,
it's named after a habit.
Yeah, we put a pylon in his sign. Because it was like home of Chris Pronger, and I literally went down to a construction site, stole a pylon, and wedged it in the sign.
Go, dude.
Yeah. That was such a fun trip. I would never do it again. I'm never driving to Winnipeg again.
Regarding calling parts of Ontario poverty, I think every part of Ontario is poverty for
outside of Southern Ontario, you are literally nothing. I'm not sorry about that.
Ottawa's poverty.
Yes, Ottawa's heroin and Parliament buildings, like the two things I hate the most, next to grunge. Come on, well, grunge is heroin anyway, so shoot that. Why are we like? Yeah, do we have stormtroopers shooting? You can't hit the fucking target. My God, the Corrosive played that night. They played.
They did not play the Destruction Nervosa show.
They played the Razor show, and it was a hoot. It was a hoot, especially because the Leafs had just got out of the first round, and it was like, wow.
I think I might be wrong on this, but I think they delayed their set, waiting for everyone to calm down from the Leafs and winning an overtime.
I think it was just because the Rock Pile sucks at set.
Oh, that's too.
Yeah. Fun show and all, but like, give me some set times, man.
I mean, okay, no offense to Tavares. No offense to who is the second band, Mortal Annoyance, whatever they were called.
Yeah.
Because the second they started was right when overtime started, and everyone just turned their back to them and watched the game. They sounded like a really bad DRI. Yeah, they sounded okay. The vocalist was trying too hard.
I couldn't we were watching the game. I couldn't say I even had it.
I was trying to take because the game was so nerve-wracking. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just try and watch the concert. I would turn around for 5 seconds and then turn back to the TV because I'm like, no, the game is more important.
Yeah.
Oh, can't wait to see Voivod this month. I saw Voivod last year. They're pretty good live. I do enjoy their set. They do play a lot of new material, so I think they do weave in some old songs as well. So if you liked their new album, they play like
a lot of Synchro Anarchy.
A lot of Synchro.
That won a Juno too, apparently. So
it did,
shout out to Voivod. Voiving Gavad.
Yes. Chris, what is your favorite Voivod album?
Killing Technology. Classic. Okay, Bobrovsky actually does have.
Everyone always gives me shit for saying The Outer Limits, but
Outer Limits.
That's a sick album.
It is a sick album.
Okay. Nothing Face and Dimension, Hatros, however it's pronounced, and Killing Technology. Those are all good albums, but I don't know. Outer Limits is just built different. Mm-hmm. Moonbeam Rider is the single greatest riff in their discography. You cannot get into it. What was I going to say? The vocalist for Voivod, was it Snake?
Yes.
He kind of looks like the guy from AC/DC, but just a really poverty Quebec version.
Yeah.
He kind of sounds like him too. Sorry, it's Denis Bélanger.
By the way, if you want to hit us up in the Super Cheesy, go right ahead. We have t-shirts available on thrash.ca for $29.99. We have one thrash hat left for $24.99. Use promo code BattleJack.
I was about to say, Weber, if you buy the hat right now during the live stream, I will kiss it and bless it and sign it. And I don't
They're
know,
being printed, but I'll get a kiss later on.
The one you do have currently sitting around. I will kiss it. I will sign it on live stream. If you want my signature. Warbringer and Hellripper could return together here as well. LOL, Europe was blessed with them these last days.
Nice.
Sounds like a pretty good tour. I've actually been wanting to see Hellripper. He doesn't really tour outside of Europe, which is unfortunate because he's got a huge following.
There's a death thrash band called Hell Cannon. They really slap. I want to see.
Oh, what's that one? Harbinger of something.
Yes.
Harbinger of Doom, Harbinger of War, something like that. That's the one song I know from them. But if your band name has hell in it, you're probably good.
Harbinger of War.
Harbinger, that's a sick song.
Okay, don't want to get demonetized, but yeah. There will be no chef signing. Glaze, you ignorant slut, you are literally married.
Oh my god, have you seen the movie Goon?
I'll
sign your dick, Doug. That's what
I'll sign your dick, Doug. Oh, come on. Okay. Bobrovsky's, there's a lot of big rebounds that he's just they're getting the traffic in front of the net, which I like. They need to just come in Bobrovsky's cornhole. Fuck.
Back to saying about Hellripper. Fun fact, I am going to brag about this. In August of 2020, it was a Friday morning, and on r/metal, they have Tell Us About Your Band Fridays. So if you have less than 10K listeners on Spotify or Last.fm or one of those services, you can post a whole ad for your band in the comment section. And Hellripper would do that every Friday morning under u/Hellripper Metal. I don't know if he still posts because I haven't used Reddit in how many years now. And he would just say, hey, we're a black thrash band I am a black thrash act from Scotland or wherever he's from. He posted a bunch of links. And I actually had a conversation with him over Reddit about whatever. I said, hey, this song's really cool. And he's like, hey, we got an album coming out, blah, blah, blah. And then a couple months later when the Thrash Discord started, first thing I did was tell everyone about Hellripper, and now the dude's got 100K listeners. Oh, not because of that,
entirely because of Thrash.
I told 5 people on a Discord server, and then 5. It's like the pyramid scheme. You tell 5 people who tell 5 people who tell 5 people.
Yeah.
And now he's probably bigger than Midnight at this point.
Yo, fuck Midnight.
What's wrong with Midnight?
Poverty Venom.
Okay, that's fair. I do like a handful of Midnight songs. Satanic Royalty is a really sick album.
Don't you dare touch. Yo, what are you doing to Mitch,
But,
dog?
regarding back to Hal Ripper, I know he got signed to, I think it was either Century Media Records or Season of Mist. And his last album that he just put out a couple months ago, it really popped off on the internet. I think if you guys are into like the music nerd culture, like rate your music and stuff like that. At one point, it was I think the number 5 or it was like top 5 album of the year. I think it's tanked a little bit now, but it was up there and everyone was absolutely loving it.
The most underground thrash band of all is Exodus. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. Bonded by Blood, great record. I stroke my Johnson to it. I fluff my Garfield to it.
They've only got 10 subscribers on their Spotify, so go check them out before they
Don't
sell
be a
out.
susbaka.
Before they sell out and
Start making ballads on their records. Come on, shoot that!
what? I don't remember you mentioning this band before. Yeah, we've never talked about Exodus. Chris has never talked about Exodus before.
Yeah.
It's just a
Underground thrash band from like California or something.
yeah. Yeah, they got a guitarist named Larry Holtz. They got Dom Hunting on the drums.
Book alto on guitar.
There's Steve Retro D'Souza on vocals.
Exodus is a pancake.
I visited Bailoff's grave last Friday.
Yo, that's sick.
Where is he buried?
I would imagine somewhere near Oakland.
Not gonna be like where
Oh,
specifically. We gotta do like it's gotta be like it's like our homage. It's like our mecca. It's just every thrasher's mecca is Bailoff's grave site. Midnight or Bewitcher? Bewitcher. Fun fact, Bewitcher was one of the first bands I ever saw live, and I got to the show super early. I had nothing to do, so I sat in the corner. And their bass player came up to me and actually had a whole conversation with me about just whatever, and he's a really cool guy. Shout out Andy Mercil from Bewitcher. Unlike the guys from Holy Grail who did absolutely nothing.
Poverty band.
Didn't they have a singer called Dob Rooks? They did. They also had Saul Bailoff was their OG singer.
Better Call Saul.
Absolutely. Fueled by Fire is also dope. Who's Fueled by Fire?
Thrash band.
New Wave, I'm assuming?
Yeah. I don't know. They ain't no Warbringer, though.
It was Big Dog Marmadukes.
Big Dog Mama Dukes.
I remember last time someone asked me favorite thrash band, I couldn't give you a straight answer. It's a tie between Overkill, Atrophy, and Ex Mortis.
Nice.
Someone, I think Ex Mortis has a new album coming out soon.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they signed to I think either Nuclear Blast or Century Media. They're on a big label now, but they sound exactly the same as their old records, so they haven't sold out to the metalcore audience yet, which is very good.
This is Teddy. He is a bear. His brain is very small, but he's a good boy.
He is a good boy.
When it feels like all that's left is work hard.
All right, intermission. Ask me anything. Or not intermission. Fuck. Commercial break. Schmialtus. Petroluza. Big Dog Marmaduke. Did I ever tell you about my favorite breakfast-themed thrash band, Exodus?
Exodus. Stop.
Bonded by Yoke.
Bonded by Benedict.
That's a good one. Pleasures of the
French toast.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Or Pleasures of the Frites if you want to get French with
That's
it.
a good one.
Speaking of, we are going to be going to Quebec for Piranha Pit Fest. We will have T-shirts on hand. We will have our sticky loads on hand. We will also be at the Megadeth show in Laval. So if you want to stroke our horns, grease our wallets or our knobs, you can literally do that in person. We'd appreciate it.
Bobrovsky is insane. Unfortunately, we're getting like 2017 Bobrovsky. That was like really good.
Yeah.
Exodus Funeral Friend.
Trying to think more
egg puns for Exodus.
We're also part of the
Um,
11 stores, 10 brands, and thousands of in-stock.
Pleasures of the Bacon.
That's a good one. Bonded by Bacon. Bacon in, bacon out.
Yeah. Hash Browns is imminent.
That's a good one.
Yeah, they both did Coach Marley's too. That's right.
Paul Maurice is a poverty hairline. Jesus.
He also perpetually has resting bitch face.
100%. I don't know about you guys, but when Sheldon Keefe gets angry, doesn't he kind of look like Miss Piggy?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially because that neck gets thicker every year.
Yeah. Now hard task for Brodo favorite trad band. Okay, look, someone asked me this before. I just rattled off like every band. Skullfist is good. The one trad band I'm probably listening to the most nowadays, I was on a Visigoth kick recently. If you guys know Visigoth, Manowar is good too. Their entire discography, except for Sign of the Hammer, is on Spotify. Tigers of Pain Tang I've been listening to a lot of recently. All-time favorite trad band, I'd probably just say Judas Priest, because that was the band that got me into trad. Or I don't know if Riot counts, because most of their discography is more power metal, but Force of Egget is probably the worst one. Oh, Force of Habit, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That one album I haven't listened to.
No one needs to listen to Force of Habit.
I remember in the Exodus discography, I started with Bonded by Blood. I got up to Impact is Imminent. And Impact is Imminent was so good that I said to myself, no album will ever be as good as this. So I just didn't listen to any Exodus full length after that. I've heard bits and pieces of every album. I do like Exodus. I have not heard Persona Non. I haven't even heard a song from Persona Non Grande. I gotta catch up with that. Because Rob in the chat with the fuck.
No.
No, not Scam Bennett. Poverty.
Why?
What are your thoughts on Lich King? Lich King has the song Combat Mosh, right?
Yeah.
It's the only song I've heard. It's pretty good.
Like Lich King are,
they're a meme band.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a meme. Like
I know they're a meme band. I just know they have the one song Combat Mosh, and I thought it was pretty good.
They do have some sweet riffs, some sweet licks.
But didn't they rip off a DRI album cover? And they cut a lot of heat. We call it Do Over instead of crossover. Yeah. Oof.
And like they literally copy the album artwork and just threw the little Lich King crown on the dude.
Yeah.
I used to love Lich King when I was young. I can't say I listen to them the way I used to.
I find with a lot of comedy metal bands, they just kind of they run their course super quickly. Like they're funny.
Except Ailstorm. Ailstorm for some reason still is on every headlining.
No, I mean like they're not that funny anymore, at least. Like I unironically think Steel Panther is a better band and more funny than Ailstorm. And Steel Panther they're not okay. They have nice. Yes. Let's go.
All right. Someone had an extend Dubas sign in that crowd. That's hilarious.
Absolutely. Fun fact about Matthew Nyes. He lost the NCAA championship in Florida. And he is now undefeated in Florida and has scored his first NHL goal against Florida. Beauty. Wow. Absolute beauty.
6-selling too.
Beauty. Pedro was saying something about Maiden. That Maiden show is actually pretty good. That one Maiden show we went to October, I think it was.
Yes,
that was a good show. I did indeed enjoy it. Back to what I was saying about Riot. Yeah, I always convince Rob that the Rhett Forster era is not the best era of Riot, although it is really good. It's pretty underrated.
I've seen Exodus about a dozen times, but I've also toured with them twice. So yeah,
I have not seen Exodus, but if someone wants to buy me a ticket, I'll be there, I guess.
Also, careful beard behind you.
No, I can.
Oh, okay.
I like feel him.
All right, good. Good boy, Teddy.
He was sniffing my ass crack or something.
Well, funny story. I was at a lady friend's house, and we did the bada bing, and then afterwards, because I don't usually wear boxers, and
go commando.
Yeah, and her cat licked in front of where my dick was resting. He wanted the taste of my cum. Yeah, that was my day after the work. But yeah, it happens.
YouTube, you did not hear that. Do not demonetize him.
Yes.
He went to a friend's house and the cat licked his hand because he was eating some really delicious chicken wings.
Yes. God, I fucking.
I actually want chicken wings.
Yeah, dude, I haven't had chicken wings in forever.
You want to Uber Eats them here?
Oh God, I shouldn't.
I shouldn't either, but like,
Shouldn't.
oh, power play? Yeah, power play.
Oh,
Did you drop blood?
Blood.
Fuck, you drop blood. Kyle Bunting.
Literally just sticking his finger up there just to get some blood flow going.
Okay, I know WWE players do this, but I think I might be wrong, but they get something implanted in their cheek so that when they get hit, they bite down on it and it sprays fake blood on their face. Hockey players should do that too.
Blatant high stick.
You know, if the guy's helmet rides up, you know you did something wrong.
Yeah. Well, also NHL players don't know how to wear helmets for some reason. Like, dude, I fucking full cage, everything's done. Like, I see guys with their chin strap like a foot away from their chin. If you fall on your chin, you're breaking your jaw and potentially dying. Like, why? Why? College hockey players do it all the time too. I don't get it.
College players are poverty. College hockey's not that bad though.
Yeah. I mean, you're getting paid to not study and play hockey. I would be pretty good too.
But you are in the American college system, which is pretty poverty.
Yeah.
Imagine paying $200,000 for school.
That's so stupid.
We pay like what Americans pay for 1 year of university is what we pay over 4 years.
Yeah.
And we get state assistance too.
Yeah, the States is just poverty. All right, can we fucking convert on a power play?
Cthulhu's Soul says, "What are some good thrash bands I should give a go?"
Exodus, Metallica. I don't know if you've ever heard of them before. Ozzy Osbourne is the sickest thrash band I think I've ever heard of.
There's a really good thrash band called Poison, Warrants, Motley Crue,
Rat. Sick thrash band.
ridiculous riffs.
Shoot the puck, please.
Don't tell Chris I said this. Glam metal is not that bad. Thrash is better. Thrash is better.
Glam is literally
Glam is better than metalcore.
poverty.
Metallica is mid. Exodus is far superior. Exodus never had a Ride the Lightning or a Kill 'Em All, but after a certain point in their career, okay, I would vastly prefer the Rob Dukes era is better than anything after the Black Album. Oh! So yeah, Exodus never stopped being good. We can put it that way. Like I said, even though I've never heard a full album past Impact is Imminent, what I've sampled has been pretty good. They had Bonded by Blood. Yes, Bonded by Blood was pretty good. I hate to admit it. I just prefer Kill 'Em All to Bonded by Blood by like this much.
No.
Corsus. I've never heard of Corsus. Bonded is the best thrash album.
If you've heard of Creator, it was a super underground black metal band.
Destruction, Tankard, Sodom. Very, very
Underground Hellenic black metal.
yes. Exhumer. Who else came from Germany?
Ex-Hummer.
Coroner from Sweden, not Switzerland. They're from Sweden.
Can we just fucking... The Leafs are going to go 0 for 3 on power plays, and this literal poverty.
I jinxed it when I said Florida's PK was 59%. Okay, if the Leafs lose tonight, you can officially blame me. I jinxed it.
4 shots last PP.
Okay, that's more than what we had the PP before. How TF did he slip? Because the ice is slippery.
Slippery when wet.
Bon
Like your
Jovi,
mother.
Bon Jovi, a very good death metal band.
Buongiorno, Bon Jovi. Yo, I hate how fucking Bon Jovi's son is clapping 11 just because he's literally from Bon Jovi's nutsack. Like, how?
Oh, if you want to hear careers die off, listen to Bon Jovi after New Jersey. No, I'm serious. They have It's My Life, and that's about it. Okay, actually, no. Keep the Faith has a couple of hit songs. I still listen to Bed of Roses on occasion. In between my...
U2 is just prog Beatles, and I hate them for that.
U2 is very pretentious. I like them more than the Beatles, though. I never liked the Beatles.
The Beatles are full of cum.
U2 at least has... what's that one song I like from U2? It's all right. It's all right. Mysterious Ways. That's the one I think it's called, yeah? Nothing beats Bailoff era Exodus. Agreed. even though I disagreed 5 minutes ago. I've been confused.
Oh, nice. Here we go.
Someone got dusted. Scam Bennett. Take that. Sure.
L. Sealand Cope.
I bought Corner RIP based on the cover. Absolutely the cover by ever still have the cover by ever still. Oh, I mean the cover. Okay, I see what you mean. Cover by. Have you ever cover bought an album? You thought the album was cool and you just
Yeah. What was the Death Angel album? Relentless Retribution. It was back in the good old days where you could get points from HMV, and I got an album for free. And I literally read the sticker, and it said for fans of Exodus and Metallica, and I was like, "Hey, that's me." And then I bought it, and I love Death
I
Angel.
hate to admit it. I when I was 14, I cover bought Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park.
Yo, Linkin Park does slack though.
Yes,
Well,
but I remember getting into a fight with someone how I kind of said listening to Linkin Park should not be socially acceptable.
Why?
Because it's whiny bullshit for 10-year-olds.
I mean, yeah, it is.
So is Slipknot and Korn and
I hate Slipknot. I don't.
System of a Down is just like it's like Tool for even weirder alt kids.
Dude, I tried listening to System of a Down recently. I was like, what is this? Like, I don't understand what I was so into at the time.
Okay, I'll give Linkin Park some credit. With You is a banger.
Yeah.
Like that riff is just like hard as balls. Because I always joke about new metal guitar says they play in drop tuning and they make it sound heavy to make up for the fact they actually can't play guitar. Why I think they never play guitar solos.
I mean, that's true. It's like Gojira. Like they no solos, no Jira. No thank you. Also on tour with Mastodon again for like the 4th or 5th time. Like, let's just keep feeding the same tour bundles.
No offense to any Mastodon or Gojira fans, but like is that the best you can do?
Mastodon sucks.
Bands like Gojira, Opeth, Lamb of God, Mastodon, like High on Fire, like that range of metal bands, like do people actually legitimately enjoy them?
High on Fire slaps.
Okay, that's fair.
Matt Pike does so many recreational drugs. I love that man.
His name is Matt, so that's a good start.
Yeah, exactly. Gent is for degenerates. Periphery sucks. Periphery and Protest the Hero. Just like end yourselves. Stop it. I don't care.
Oh my god! So where I went to high school, there were a lot of metalheads, and all they listened to was either gent or deathcore.
Oh god!
All I was told was, "Yo, have you heard this new Chelsea Grin album?"
I hate Chelsea or Carnifex. Carnifex can eat shit and die.
Are there any legitimately good deathcore bands?
No, impossible.
The best one is probably, I think they're called Winds of Plague, and they still suck. Fun fact about Winds of Plague. They tweeted something and then about no one cares about something, and then Wendy's, the official Wendy's Twitter page said no one has cared about you guys since 2009. Absolutely roasted.
Boom, roasted by Wendy's.
Wendy's, we beefing. Fun fact, Wendy's paid some dollar store rapper to make a mixtape for them. It's really bad. It's basically them just shitting on McDonald's. And
big hit.
Oh, huge hit. Was that Shen?
Yeah.
Beauty. You know, I kind of, back in Shen's first 10 years of Leaf, I kind of didn't like him. And now I'm glad he's back.
He didn't fit, and like it was a transitional period for the NHL too. Like,
they were coming out of that tough guy.
The clutch and hold, yeah. He was supposed to be a Scott Stevens, but when
and they rushed him into the lineup too.
Yeah, that too. It didn't help. We had
anything chorus thrash. There are some good grindcore records.
Every time Blake says cue it, that means the Leafs have done a thing. What do you mean cue it? Cue it. Putrid Pile are pretty cool.
I've never heard of Putrid Pile.
If you're into like that, you know. Glaze, what are you telling me to cue it for?
He's just fucking with you, probably. As I was saying, I think they're called Insect Warfare. They had that one album like 10, 15 years ago. They're pretty good. Wormrot is a really good grindcore band. I think I talked about them last time I was here. And what is it? Is it Nazem or Nazem or
Nazem?
Nazem
Kadri.
Nazem Kadri. Yeah.
Nazem Kadri. Bob Ross. Luke Shen with an absolute monster hit on Kachuk.
Down
on Kachuk.
On Kachuk. Beauty.
Thank
Flat
you.
On his ass. Beauty. I hate that I share a first name with Matthew Kachuk. He's absolutely poverty.
Matthew Kachuk is the only Kachuk like with a decent face. The rest of the family all look like thumbs.
Brady Kachuk just looks like an adult baby. He looks like a rugrat.
He looks like a Chucky. And the sister literally looks like a man. We do ship to the U.S. It ships worldwide. Don't give me the shit. No.
Do you guys like Sanguisugabog? What is that?
Sanguis Sigabog,
Probably black metal.
This is a death metal band. Yeah, they're cool.
Party Cannon. Oh yeah, that's a band. YU Brodo. What? What did I say? I am confusion.
Glaze, what are you on? Also, Mitchell Rugby. We ship to the U.S. Yes, it does. It does say we have worldwide shipping.
Nylander.
I assure you.
Oh, dusted him. Wait. Never mind. The defenseman falls flat on his ass, and instead of going from that, he just takes it back to the blue line. Nylander's probably too hungover from his birthday yesterday.
Yeah.
He's all grown up now.
Also, Mitchell Rigby, we literally ship all over. Yeah. Like, you put in your address, you get a quote.
I think we just scored.
Yeah,
I heard
yeah,
your parents upstairs.
Yeah!
Yes! Kyle Bunting!
Kyle Bunting, Leafs legend. Here we go.
Let's go.
That's a tie game, fellas. Holy shit.
I heard your mom scream upstairs. I'm like, okay, I guess we just scored.
Yeah, because my parents are a little bit ahead of us.
It reminds me of, so when my dad streams the game from his phone, he always watches the TSN feed. It's 5 seconds ahead of the TV. And my dad will, for whatever reason, he'll watch the game in the kitchen just on his phone while he's doing work. And I'm watching in the living room. And I always tell him not to do that. I would go to the bedroom or something. So I can always hear it. So it kind of reminds me of that where I don't like spoilers, but it's a good spoiler.
I'm not going to complain about that spoiler.
It's a good spoiler.
It's a little bit of less stress.
Yes. And it's a tie game now. The only thing is, in Game 7 against the Bruins, Florida was up 2-0, and then they were down 3-2, and they won 4-3 in overtime. So let's hope this wasn't not a repeat of. Was it Sunday night?
Sunday night. No, Saturday night.
Speaking of the Bruins,
Fuck Boston.
Everyone just make fun of the Bruins.
Yeah, the Bruins have been choking far more than us.
People are now calling the Boston Ruins.
They literally have Winnie the Pooh getting cummed in the bum on their jersey, and it's like, oh, Walker, the cum. Oh! Get
Fuck
some
you, Mark
hatred.
Stahl.
Yeah.
Mark Stahl is a homophobe.
Literally afraid of the pride flag. Go home and cry to your invisible God and get on your knees and eat this cum.
Who knocked him flat on his ass? That's Schenner again?
No, I think it was one of the forwards. But the Leafs are humming. They're trying to get something going here.
They got 2 nice, absolute beauty goals. Dusted the D, dusted the goaltender. They're rattled now, Florida.
It is a tie game. Leafs have clawed back to tie this game. Here we go. It was Ryan O'Reilly on Radko Gudas. Good.
Nice.
Fuck Radko Gudas. You fucking Neanderthal-looking bastard mixing a salad with Patrick Maroon and some zero-fat salad dressing. You absolute cum dumpster human beings.
McSorley fan says, I think my cat has finally gotten used to my excessive screaming and cussing during hockey playoffs. That is amazing.
Hell yeah. Pets.
Your cat is officially like a homie now.
Yeah.
You're officially bonded by blood with your cat. Katuba Soul, thanks for coming to the stream. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you for joining my dude.
Kevin Highland says the Bruins suck. I don't know who the Bruins are, but the Bruins are pretty bad.
The Bruins are poverty.
Nice goal was badass. Agreed.
Favorite pump-up song playing hockey? It changes all the fucking time.
First thing I think of is when I played hockey as a kid and my dad would drive me, he would always play Shoot to Thrill by AC/DC.
Nice.
So I always attribute that with playing hockey. Back when I was like, 7, 8, 9 years old?
Faster Than Light is one of my go-to pregame songs. Yeah. This song called Rowdy. It was in Shoresy. That's one of my pump-up songs. And like, even like, man, these days I'll throw on fucking Christina Aguilera and Dirty. I want to get my hips moving. I want to get slutty. Yeah. But yeah, anything that gets the mojo growing, that's what it's about.
Anything that isn't Nickelback.
Dickleback.
Sportsnet even plays Nickelback during intermissions. During like the highlights or whatever. Sussnet.
Like using split with friends in the RBC mobile app.
All right, clean it up. Like, no, fuck you. Tell me to clean it up.
Okay, fun fact about the RBC commercials. As someone who works for RBC, I don't think we actually give out iPads. Don't listen to what the commercials say.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do AirPods, but we don't hold them at the branch. We literally have people coming in saying, hey, if I sign up for a bank account, do I get AirPods? And we're just like, no, you have to prove that you actively use the account for like 6 months, and then they get mailed to you. You know how many, like, almost daily we have it's always some 20-year-old fuckboy walking in being like, hey, if I open an account, do I get AirPods for free? It's not that easy. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah, literally.
Balls to the Wall by Accept and Skinwalker by Wasp were two favorites on the floor playing.
Oh, Fuck Like a Beast. Fuck Like a Beast is a banger for.
Well, Blackie Lawless doesn't play that anymore.
Does he not?
No, because he's a born-again Christian.
Ew! What a pussy. I'm not going to see Wasp now.
Thoughts about Afterbirth, the band? I've never heard of them. I'm assuming they're death metal based on the name.
Blackie Lawless, more like Cummy Lawless.
That's racist. Blackie Lawless.
Like, what the hell, man?
Not cool, bro.
No, Mr. Superman, no. More lemon flesh. No! Stop it.
Remember when, like, Christian Karens back in the 80s said WASP stands for We Are Secretly Perverts? And then on their next, I think on their next tour, on their shirts it said WASP stands for We Ain't Sure Pal. Just to mess with them. Yeah.
I remember reading online somewhere that Slayer stands for Satan laughs as you eternally rot, and that was the one thing. That was the one thing I never asked Gary Holt, and I kind of wish I did.
Apparently, what was it? KISS stands for Knights in Satan's Service. Like, KISS is actually bad, so it can stand for whatever it wants.
KISS stands for come. Gene Simmons was like glug glug glug, come, glug glug glug.
Slayer standing for what? Satan laughing
as you eternally rot.
That's actually good. It's actually clever.
Yeah, that's fucking
respect
evil.
That.
Yeah. Who the fuck names your kid Sasha?
Well, no.
See a kid is like Sasha.
So
No.
fun fact: his name is Alexander, and a common nickname for Alexander in Russia is Sasha. So even Ovechkin gets called Sasha from time to time.
Poverty.
Yeah. And also, Alexander Barkov's dad is also named Alexander Barkov for whatever reason. Like, okay, there are how many different names out there, and you're going to name your kid after yourself? That's boring.
Get clever. Get smart, son.
Kiss is poverty. Agreed. Gene Simmons is poverty. Kiss has no good songs, no good albums, and their makeup is dumb. Kiss was the OG black metal thing. Majority of Kiss fans are so obnoxious too. Yeah, because 50-year-old trucker white dudes who are like anti-vax and super conservative, of course.
They're going to be sus as fuck.
Of course they are.
Do you need a ride after the game?
I'm fine with Ubering. It's no big deal.
You sure?
I want to, yeah.
Okay.
Drink.
Thanks, buddy.
Best Rush album. I've never listened to a full Rush album front to finish, so I cannot.
Moving Pictures 2112. When I first started Thrashed,
Moving Pictures is Tom Sawyer, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's a good album.
So when I first started Thrashed, I sold like a huge chunk of my old collection. I only had 3 regrets. I got one of them back. One was a Bodum 2012 tour shirt that I was able to get back thanks to Dryden Burrows from Vancouver. I love you, buddy. The first Cannibal Corpse tour shirt I got in 2012, I kind of wish I kept. And then my Rush 2112 shirt, I wish I kept. Because now it's like impossible to find any Rush merchandise anywhere.
Rip Neil Peart. Absolute
Rip.
legend. Kizzy 356's best death album. All of them except for The Sound of Perseverance. They're all good albums. The Sound of Perseverance was actually the first death album I ever heard. But I remember going through Death's discography recently and being like, I just felt that TSOP was just on a slightly lower level than everything else. Same with Individual Thought Patterns. The songs were either up here or down here.
As a kid, I liked Sound of Perseverance the most.
Like it is a good album, don't get me wrong.
But like
it's just that every other death album is better.
Now as an adult, it's like for me, it's either Leprosy or Spiritual Healing.
Those are bangers.
Yeah, like that and Leprosy is just big hit.
Dusted. Was that Jake McCabe? I think it was Jake McCabe. Absolute legend. 3-2, let's go. No, damn. Hemispheres Fly By Night Caress of Steel.
Oh no.
Farewell
Oh no.
to Kings.
For the wrong reason.
Oh, as a former Leaf too. All right. We still got 22 minutes to play. It's just a 1-goal deficit. We've come back.
Would you like a bubbly?
I actually don't like coffee.
Would you like water?
Yes.
Okay.
Ice water.
Yeah, absolutely. But, oh God, my legs.
Duclair absolutely wrecked by Jake McCabe. I'll take that all day. Verhage is poverty. Verhage was a Leafs draft pick, so unfortunately, no, he was not poverty. Okay, I will say, so he was drafted, I think it was 2013 or 2012, so it was like the Burke Notice era when we were really bad at drafting. And I think he had a really rough year, his first year in the minors. And so him and like 4 other dudes got traded from 1 year of Michael Grabner, who had 9 goals and 9 assists, playing in the top 6 on the worst Leafs team ever. The 1 year you were taking from Matthews. And then within a couple of years, I think he went from the Islanders to like Tampa, and he was getting good with Tampa, and now he's on Florida and he's kicking ass. So good for him. No harm to the guy. But I wish we would have kept him because he ended up being a pretty good player. Best trap artist. I don't listen to a whole lot of trap. Not Travis Scott. I think he sucks. Denzel Curry is kind of trap, although he's a little more just overall hardcore hip hop, I would say. But he's got a couple trap beats. He's not too bad. What I don't like though is like I think the official name for it is metal trap, with like that screamer trap music they make for like the super alt emo kids. That stuff is offensively bad. If you like it, cool, but it's really not my thing. Here's a spicy question. What is everyone's favorite non-metal musical artist? ABBA's a classic. Dancing Queen. Demon Core. What is Demon Core? John Mayer. Okay. Andre Nicotina. I've never heard of him. Taylor Swift. You know what? I've never actually like really given a deep dive to Taylor Swift, but apparently she's got a super deep discography after she stopped being like that little princess of pop music from the early 2010s. Doors, Ugly Kid Joe, The Four Horsemen. The Doors. Is that the band that wrote "You Really Got Me," or is that the Kinks? I have like 8 Swifties. You're officially a Swiftie, Mitchell Rigby. Nylander. Wide, damn. Vasquez Bay rap. West Coast rap is really good. Christian Death. That's a punk band, I think. Yes. Hell yeah, you. Oh, we got the Leafs Coast.
Oh hell yeah, buddy! You know it.
That's royalty right there. And we got water in a tankard. And it says "Cheers Boston" on it. Yeah, cheers to Boston losing. Thoughts on Nocturnus? I'm going to guess that's a black thrash band based on the name, but I've never heard of them.
I'm dying.
Oh, because the Kinks did you really got me. The Doors did Light My Fire. Okay, classic.
Get closer to hockey with the NHL app.
So I gotta say, one of the fun.
Bro, dab me up. Neo Sports Sport.
Blue baby. You know
Okay,
it.
you guys remember? I don't know if they play this in the States. The old Neo Sports Squirt commercials when it was they did the parody of "I'm Tired."
Yes.
I used to love those. Squirt, Neo Sports Squirt, synchronized squirt with the synchronized squirt. That was sick.
I drank far too much beer this weekend. So
I actually used to drink Neo Sports Squirt straight from the bottle with no water.
no shit.
It's just straight. Okay, actually try it. It's like
This is the only thing that makes vodka sodas good anymore. Also, I'm literally drinking from the most white woman glass ever. It says "All Mama Silent" on it. It just like it's a nice glass. It chills everything nicely and like.
Let's talk about it.
Mine says "Cheers, Boston." Cheers to Boston losing.
No, that's from the
show.
show. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I was gonna say cheers to Boston losing.
Also,
That's
Dad,
fine.
you let my brother drink underage at that bar, but not me. I understand. I was still in high school at the time. But what the hell, man?
And customer service excellence. We're raising the bar.
God, it's been so long since I've had a Mio Sport Squirt in my water. I need
These
more.
things slap.
Just so good.
You want more?
Need one more, yeah.
Bam. Yeah.
Oh, it's nice and dark blue now.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, you guys remember when, I think they were called Kool-Aid singles?
Yes.
There was little packets of powder you put in your bottle of water and you shook it up and it tasted like Kool-Aid. I would just drink those straight from the packet.
Best guess. And what else? Those things you'd rip open, you'd dunk the wand in, and then lick it.
Oh, Fun Dip.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, I just
Oh my God.
fucking sugar straight.
I think they still make Fun Dip, actually.
Yeah. Or Pixie Sticks. Pixie Sticks is literal sugar in a plastic tube. Favorite Slayer album?
Show No Mercy.
Halloween. Something's just very.
Hellwaits is good. Raining Blood is good. Everything after South of Heaven is poverty.
What's Bryan Cranston doing advertising the MLB?
It's the MLB, it's poverty.
They unironically make way more money than us.
But
And they have no salary cap.
baseball's not a real sport.
I mean,
It is.
I consider baseball more of a sport than golf. Golf.
No, you're right. Yeah, golf's not a sport.
Yeah. I'm sorry, golf. You're overweight in khakis. Like at least Vladimir Guerrero, like he actively aspires to get in better shape. Like you can't be a fat slob in baseball forever.
Who was that one guy? I think his name was Matt Stairs. This dude was an absolute ball.
Yeah.
Just fucking hammer homers every game.
Dude, yeah.
I think he played for the Blue Jays.
That's the thing. Yeah, he did. And that's the thing in baseball. Like you can be a butterball and just hammer homers.
Same with football too.
Well, especially if you're a defensive linebacker, forget it. Your defense line, forget it.
As I was saying, so back to best Slayer album, I said Show No Mercy. What's everyone's favorite Slayer song? I swear to God, if everyone just says Raining Blood.
War Ensemble.
War Ensemble.
War Ensemble gets
I'm going
me
to say
fucking hard.
Evil Has No Boundaries.
Nice.
That's a sick song. Shout out to, the first Slayer song I actually ever heard was You Against You from Repentless.
Mine was Rain and Blood because it was Guitar Hero 3. And that was literally like when I did that one epi of Lock Horns with Sam Dunn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ted Aguilar, yeah?
Yeah. And they were talking about like, oh yeah, I bought the record. I was like, play Guitar Hero 3. And I was like, this is cool, man. like that's such a millennial answer, but that's the honest to God truth.
I think so. Then, so I remember I was
Extend Dubis.
I was in grade 10 and there was this guy in my class who was a huge Slayer fan, and they were just putting out Repentless. I think I was in 2015.
Yeah.
Because apparently I was in grade 10. I would have been, and he showed me You Against You, and I'm like, yo, this song is sick. And I went home and listened to Seasons in the Abyss, the song, not the whole album. And I'm like, damn, this band's kind of cool. I never got into Slayer as much as I did the other bands in the what I refer to as I would say the big 8 in North America, also being Overkill, Death Angel, Exodus, and the big 8. But no, Slayer was like I had heard Slayer before I had listened to like Megadeth and any Metallica song that wasn't understand that. So they did kind of plant the seed a little bit.
Okay, so Metallica's most recent. I'm grateful I saw Metallica when I did. So the first time I saw Metallica was 2009 when I was in grade 11 with Lamb of God and Volbeat, Literal Poverty Band. And then I saw Metallica.
I did see Volbeat once. They're not bad live.
They're terrible live.
But they're Elvis metal.
Yeah, it's Elvis and Load era Metallica. And then I saw Metallica twice in Detroit in 2013. The first day they played Kill 'Em All, literally start to finish. And then I saw them in 2017. The thing is, when I saw them in the early 2010s, like 2009 to 2013, it was only old school shit. Because like Death Magnetic was a good album, but even then, at that time, it was just everything before Saint Anger that they would put in the sets.
I think Death Magnetic is good.
I liked it.
Okay, I don't hate it. That's the first time someone heard someone say it's actually good. That Was Just Your Life is a really good song.
Everyone that I talk to, they can pick one song that they fuck with on that album.
That was
Rob's Judas Kiss or Cyanide. All Nightmare Long, I think, is a banger. It's the only thrash song true thrash song Metallica's put out in the past 20, 30 years.
Spit Out the Bone.
Yeah.
Spit Out the Bone from Hardwired is and actually pretty decent.
Hardwired is Poverty, and then 72 Seasons was literally hardwired with a coat of paint. Like, just it's so bad.
There's 7 years between those albums.
See, that's the thing between Hardwired and this one. I was like, oh, because like when I was a kid, 2008 when it was 2008 or 2009 when Death Magnetic came out. That was such a huge album for me at that time because like that was grade 10 for me.
Yeah.
Those were very formative years. And then then Hardwired sucked, and then this new album also sucked.
Oh yeah, I will say I did like Lux Eterna, the lead single from the new album. I actually think it's a pretty good song. I tried listening to the album. I got 3 tracks in and just turned it off.
I got halfway through the first song. And like, what bothers me about Metallica is just randomly in a song they'll just start going a little bit fast above 175 and just be like, "We're edgy, bro." It's like stop, and like it's bad.
It's kind of weird how Metallica now is more edgy than they were in 1983, but in a bad way. Kill 'Em All. I don't consider Kill 'Em All and like Ride the Lightning Master to be like edgy albums. They're just no frills metal, I would say. They didn't really get edgy until Load, when like what was it that one video where like Kirk Hammett had like eyeliner and nail polish and shit.
Okay, okay. Edgy now is considered like that's an extension of cringe.
Yeah.
That's an extension of cringe lore. Yeah, Metallica like that, and like Metallica set list now they have the no repeat shit, and like imagine going to Metallica show and you don't hear Master of Puppets 1 or Enter Sandman. Would you not be a little bit pissed?
I
would too. And like now that they're charging like $2,000 for a ticket, like the Montreal show, it was like $2,000 for that Metallica Pantera show. Go fuck yourself. I'm like I said, I'm glad I saw Metallica when I did. I'm not going to say who from Tour has said this, but they said the same thing, that they don't want to see Metallica anymore because it's just bad. Like it is bad.
I will say, I think it's good that they're. I'm not saying it's good they're still making music, but I would rather if someone wants to get into metal, they would listen to a new Metallica album, as opposed to them listening to Slipknot.
I would rather Metallica take Ex Mortis or Warbringer out on tour, not Greta, or not Greta Van Vliet, or like, dude, take Death Angel out. It's from your era. That's literally your demographic. In like,
and didn't Kirk Hammett produce the first album?
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
All right. Same with bands like Judas Priest and Iron Maiden. Take bands like Eternal Champion or Skullfist or Ambush or something like that.
I would literally
take the new wave of trad bands as well, because a lot of people still think that after 1989 there was no more trad metal.
Yeah.
Like I think their last tour they had like Queensryche, which a lot of people who like Iron Maiden don't even know Queensryche is a band.
Yeah.
And Queensryche up until a certain point was pretty good. Operation Mindcrime is a pretty good album.
Yeah.
I mean, and then it started getting a little bit funny after Empire, but we don't talk about that. But like, yeah, like if you're gonna like, I think no, fuck. What was I saying? Because then also part of that Judas Priest tour was like Sabaton.
Yes.
Like,
why? That's not
like okay,
an actual metal band.
Yeah.
It's like when metal, like, oh, we took out baby metal. No, that's taking actual metal, or Butcher Babies. God. I could go like in a lifetime
without
without
ever cringe banding. Butcher
Oh my
Babies.
god, yeah.
Ew.
Butcher Babies.
I was saying like, okay, for Judas Priest, take out like Saxon or Accept or like
yes,
even like Running Wild or other like German trad speed bands like like take out one of those bands, because a lot of people who they try and get into trad metal and they find 5 bands, which is Sabbath, Maiden, Priest, Motorhead, and Dio, and they think that's all the bands that ever sound like that. And then everything else that's metal is just Metallica and heavier. So like if you're not going to take out these new bands that are super small, which for the logistics of it probably wouldn't make sense, take out bands that were from like your scene back in the day. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure a lot of people would kill for like a Judas Priest Saxon Accept tour.
Dude, I want like the fact that you said Maiden and Skullfist. That's literally the best complimentary bands. Like, come on,
that would be so sick.
How Trivium. That's another thing. As a kid, I used to love Trivium, but looking back, they literally got handed tours with Metallica, Slayer, Iron Maiden. It's like, yeah, no wonder they got big. They got literally all the like bands don't get that opportunity now. Who does Maiden tour with? They'll take out Bruce Dickinson's kids' shit band.
Yeah, that was I think in 2017.
A few times.
They toured with Ghost and the Raven Age, which is his son's band. Like
Hatred doesn't even tour with Exodus, and Hatred actually fucks.
Yeah. Or why not take Heathen with Exodus?
Exactly.
Lealtis for an entire night. I'll take that. Tigers of Pantang is still playing. Tigers of Pantang and Iron Maiden would be a really good show. Praying Mantis, I think, is still around. I think they did an album recently. I don't know about the other ones because a lot of those new album bands after like 1985, they just literally died out.
Yeah.
But a lot of what, and I'll go back to this. I said this before. U.S. power metal guys. There were so many classic bands from that era that would fit in so well on like a Priest Maiden tour, and no one knows they existed. Outside of like Manowar and Queensryche, because everyone's heard of them, but like Jag Panzer on like a Judas Priest tour would be really good. They're still around. They got an album coming out too, I think. No, Crimson Glory kind of isn't a thing anymore. I think Sabotage is coming. Judas Priest and Sabotage would be a pretty sick
That
tour.
would be sick.
That would be a sick tour. Or who else is from that era? Chastain, I think, is still making music. Rob, help me out. Who else from the U.S. power metal era is still making music? Sabotage rules. Yes, they do. Fun fact, the first concert I ever saw was Trans-Siberian Orchestra, which technically means the first concert I ever saw was Sabotage.
Yeah.
Well, Chris Caffrey and John Oliva were there.
Yeah.
So
what year did you see the TSO? Was that the ACC?
2015.
Yes, I was at that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my uncle, I don't know how he got the tickets. We were on like the floor next to the pyro guy.
That's sick.
Yeah, we had the best seats.
Yeah, I went with my parents. It was it was around Christmas time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like December. It was like 2 years before Christmas.
Yeah.
2015. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great show. That was the first concert I ever went to, and technically TSO is on Metallum as they are considered symphonic metal. So
They are.
first show I ever went to before I even was like into metal for the most part was a metal concert.
For me, it was that Metallica Lamb of God Volbeat 2009. That was my first metal show, and like that was on Lamb of God's Wrath tour too. And like I remember at the time, no one else was like headbanging or standing up for Lamb of God. It was just Lamb of God in his like literal scene at the town. Like, what Lamb of God's cool. Now I look at Lamb of God, I'm like, this band is so cringe. Why were you ever into them?
And Randy Blythe or Blythe, he always says like how he doesn't like the stigma of being a metal vocalist. I mean, like, bro, first of all, look at you. Second of all, your band has been bad for a while, so.
And like,
he's a white dude with dreads. That doesn't work.
Sus.
It doesn't work.
Immediate sus Baca.
McSorley fan said Lizzie Borden. Lizzie Borden is still around. However, they're a really shitty goth emo band now, so that doesn't count. If they want to play Me Against the World and visualize and Master of Disguise in American metal and Love You to
I
Pieces,
just want to see
That's
Pat
good.
Benatar and Joan Jett together.
that would be a pretty good show.
That'd be sick.
No Chris Oliva, no Sabotage. That is true, unfortunately. But I think I said this on the last show too. Zach Stevens era Sabotage it's not bad. It's not Sabotage. Best Pantera album. I would say Cowboys. Personally, Cowboys or Vulgar. Far Beyond Driven is solid. Great Southern Trend Kill, whatever the fuck it's called, is
It's got to be Cowboys.
And whatever the last one is with the nude guy holding vodka on the cover, that album's not good.
What?
Okay. What's the name of Pantera's last album? Reinventing the Steel.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a
No.
naked guy on the cover. Hold on.
No. I'm not counting Glam Terror. That doesn't count.
Okay, what about Power Metal Pantera?
Doesn't count.
Yeah, like if you look closely, the guy is naked holding a bottle of.
I mean, yeah, he kind of is. Yeah.
You can even see
It looks like a shit
censored.
Photoshop.
It's so bad. It came out in the year 2000. Like
Yeah.
that era of graphics is not particularly Like you guys have seen the Iron Maiden Dance of Death album cover. I mean, everyone's
Terrible.
Oh,
Terrible. It's like shitty reboot.
it's a dude jumping through a bonfire at a party holding Jack Daniels. Okay, close enough. I think he's naked because it looks like part of it is pixelated at around a certain part. Revenge of the Seal is not great. You don't say. I like the remaster album, that cover that's actual Seal. That's pretty cool.
Power Slave, best Iron Maiden album.
Agreed.
Yeah. Either that or Somewhere in Time.
I've met Nico McBrain. I have a signed poster and a signed vinyl of Power Slave. And I can't say, for a guy who's in a pretty big band, he's surprisingly not a dickhead.
When I met Marty Friedman when he played solo with Ex Mortis in like 2015, I walked into the room and because he only wanted to do one fan thing at a time because he wanted like that experience.
Okay.
Which was really rad. And like his only thing was no handshakes because some dude from the States literally just crushed his knuckles.
Oh.
And like it But yeah, so I tied on my shoes and I looked up at him and he was like my brother from another mother because I adjusted my hair so I had the fresh ringlets.
Yeah. Oh, you had it.
Yeah. And like at the time, my hair was shoulder length, so it was extra curly too.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, like it was just shocking at how humble he was and like the fact that he would crack jokes like that.
Marty Friedman seems like a cool dude.
Friedman was rad.
He also he recently did a show with Megadeth.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see it.
At the Budokan, legendary Budokan Stadium.
I'm glad to see that him and Dave Mustaine don't have beef because Dave Mustaine has beef with every former member. Yeah. Someone was saying Peace of Mind is a good Maiden album too.
Seventh Son of a Seventh Son is criminally underrated.
It's
I
not
love
bad.
It. I love that album.
It's pretty good.
I
Okay.
love that album.
Oh, what's that one song? Can I Play with Madness?
Yeah.
Banger. That for the longest time was my favorite Maiden song.
And like even the title track, like it's just there's like 3 separate movements. I don't know. I love it.
Moonchild is a good song. Only the Good Die Young is from that album too. I think.
Moonchild.
Evil That Men Do is.
I hooked up with this broad in Winnipeg that had Moonchild tattooed across her stomach, and like she was like, "I'm demisexual," and then she talked for 2 hours while we it was just really awkward. And she was like, "Why don't you tattoo your dick anymore?" Like, I'm bored. Been talking for 2 hours. And I just finished tour. Just suck my dick and leave.
No Prayer for the Dying is a great record. I have not heard No Prayer for the Dying, unfortunately. Coolest band I ever met was Armored Saint. That's another band that Maiden or Priest should take out with them on tour. They're still making music. John Bush, who everyone remembers from the really shitty era of Anthrax, he was in a band before that, and they were actually pretty good. I've heard good things about Armored Saint too. John Bush can still sing as well. If anyone hasn't heard Can You Deliver, it's the official Pizza Metal album of 1983. Or Pizza Metal song. Even though it's not about pizza, but a lot of people joke that it is. His mom's name is Karen. Gross.
What
was I saying? Wasp was taking Armored Saint on tour. That wouldn't be a bad show, even though you can't hear Animal because Blackie Lawless loves Jesus. He loves Jesus more than he loves fucking like a beast, apparently. John Bush is a great singer, confirmed. I don't think he can hit the high notes like he could back in 1983, but Armored Saints are a pretty good band. They're playing Animal again. Poggers, let's go. We can officially go see Wasp.
Maybe I can go see Wasp just to tag a cougar at a dumpster.
I will say though, the lyrics to that song are actually really creepy. I do genuinely feel uncomfortable listening to anything in the song that isn't the chorus. The chorus is great.
I mean, I had pictures of naked ladies. I had Polaroids.
No, not just that. Isn't there one lyric about he's like tying someone down or something?
Yeah, bondage.
No, but like it's the way he says it and what he says and the way he says it makes me feel very weird. I'll find the exact lyric.
Verheeny.
His name is Carter. Oh, it's so white.
Got a hat.
Got
a hat. Hey, don't be touching Sammy like that, you Stugats.
What's Stugats?
You know Stugats? Like stupid. Like
in what language?
Italian.
It's Italian?
Yeah.
I know Spurazzo, which is Italian for cum. It's like Calabrese for cum. Spurazzo. Yeah.
Fungolo at their mama. That's like fuck you and your mom.
No, one of the funniest ones in northern Italy is so the word Mona, which is also a name, means cunt.
You know, Kevin is an insult in German.
Kevin,
like Kevin is like their version of like you're a Karen, like you're a loser, like fuck you. And like they rebranded Home Alone, where like the villains were the heroes, and Kevin McAllister was like the villain.
Yeah. Oh, here's the lyric. I nail your ass to the sheets at pelvic thrust, and the sweat starts to sting you.
Yeah,
the way he sings that lyric.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. Like you're fucking.
No, it's not. It's not a bad lyric. It's just the way he said.
Oh, Teddy, hi.
The way he sings it, it makes me feel very weird.
Bear is making his squeaks. You're a very good boy.
He's a good boy. I really want to see Exodus so I can earn one of their patches. Exodus have good patches on tour.
Yes, they do. I can confirm. I've sold them.
Hell yeah. Does anyone else drink the ice when they're finished their drink?
Oh yeah, it's like second drink.
Hell yeah.
You want them?
I'm good for now.
Okay.
Actually, no, I like. I'm gonna drink the ice first. And
Okay.
All right. So
Actually, I love drinking ice.
that was good, buddy.
It's bad because some of my teeth are very cold sensitive, so crunching ice is not good.
You ever had a cavity?
I've had a few. So I was actually at the dentist earlier today,
Nice.
and I do not have any cavities.
Oh hell yeah.
But I do have. There's a filling on a tooth that's like way up here that I think has fallen out, and now that tooth is super sensitive. So I got to get that redone next week. So that's no big deal. Because I was telling my dentist, I'm like, yeah, whenever I eat cold food, like this entire like half my nose just stings. And so she poked around, and yeah, that's bad.
Cavity free since 1993.
That's pretty good. I had a good amount when I was a kid, and then I started brushing my teeth. Well, I always brush my teeth. I just never. I would do like 30 seconds.
My parents have always been super food conscious, so like, despite I was fat from carbs and olive oil, but like. It
Better
wasn't
than
the
fat from
sugar.
sugar.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, exactly. Yeah.
You can tell like there's certain kinds of fat. You know when like you have old dudes, so they literally have like a bowling ball stomach.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's sugar.
That's sugar.
Or fat.
That's sugar and pop.
Yeah.
That's sugar and like that's literal strain on your organs. Like,
Yeah.
okay, there's a difference when like you look at like a Mediterranean kid and he's thick. Like we've both literally been there before. Like it's.
Yeah. I mean, mind you, bread and olive oil is fantastic. I would eat it every day of my life.
Yeah, and it doesn't give you cavities. Like fucking, it's not like our parents were like, yeah, eat Twix bars for dinner. Like, no, it was pasta.
It's funny you say that because I actually had a Twix bar right before dinner.
Dude, I fucking
I love Twix bars.
Twix one of my favorite because you get the nougats, you get the caramel, and you get the milk chocolate crunch. Mwah.
And you get two of them.
Exactly. For me, it's Twix and caramel. And Arrow, I don't wait for the bubbles to melt. That was the worst marketing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you just fucking eat it.
Same with caramel because people say I have to eat one square at a time.
Shut up.
You bite
No,
the
shut
bar
up.
of chocolate. Underrated, I think, is Hershey's cookies and cream is good too.
I love Hershey's.
Coffee crisp I've always liked.
Yes, I love coffee.
The only
crisp,
chocolate I think I don't like is probably Bounty because it's coconut flavored and like it's just really.
I love Kit Kat.
Kit Kat's good.
Kit Kat's great. I love the wavery chocolate. You know Sfolia cake? The Italian cake? It's layers. I swear you must have had it. Okay, we need
When
to
you said Italian cake, all I think was panettone.
Yo, the panettone. That's the last minute going to your in-laws' house and you need a quick gift. Panettone covers you and a fucking ball of vino. But yeah, no, Sfolia cake. It's wafery and it's creamy. It's like
Maybe I have tried it.
I swear you've been to a birthday. Like, let's go to a bakery sometime and like, yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Speaking of bakeries, my mom does a thing now where when she's bored, she drives to Serrano Bakery downtown in the Danforth, and she'll just buy a bunch of shit from there.
La Sem, that's the bakery that we always go to for our cakes and shit.
I think my mom usually likes. I think it's St. Philip's. I don't know if it's around here. I know it's more in like Toronto. And well, it's the third pier. You know they're not going to call anything.
Yeah.
But I will say, I don't really eat a lot of cake, but when it's from certain bakeries, it's just too good.
If it's Sfolia cake or New York cherry cheesecake,
Or red velvet cake.
Yeah.
Or okay, I will say I'm an absolute slut for this. So my birthday for a couple months ago, I told my friends like they're like, "Oh, what do you want for your birthday?" I'm like, just show up and we'll play some games and have a good time. But I said, if there's one thing, I didn't actually tell them what it was, but I'm like, anyone who knows me well knows that there is one thing that I have to have on my birthday, or else like I won't actually bothered by it, but it does enhance it. It does enhance my birthday a little bit. I would say. Is a nice DQ ice cream cake. Those are so good.
Dude, even DQ Blizzards, like fucking
Yeah.
If I want a good cheat, okay. So recently I had Wendy's for the first time in like a decade.
Frosty.
Frosties fuck so hard.
Dip the fries.
No.
That's
But the McDonald's triple thick milkshake, I don't know what it is. If I have that, I am bloated for like 3 days. The Frosty went right through me. It was fine. But
the Frosty's not thick. It's like like
yes,
soft.
and apparently the Frosty also has like coffee and like other ingredient. Yeah, like
That makes sense kind of.
There's like other. It's not like the the McDonald's triple thick milkshake is somehow vegan, but has no real dairy in it. Like it's fucked. And like, no wonder, like, you get literal gut rot for like 3 days after eating it.
Back to what I was saying. Yeah, so my friends were like, "Oh, what do you want for your birthday?" And I literally said, "Guys, just be there. That's all." Now, everyone, like I said, everyone knows me, knows that if I always tell you not to get me a gift, but if you want to get me a gift, you get me a nice DQ ice cream cake. And
I gotta take a leaf.
Take a leaf. Have a nice leaf.
Oh, thanks, bud.
But anyone who's ever had a DQ ice cream cake knows it's the single best thing on the face of the planet. Butterscotch pudding slaps. I actually agree. Okay, did you guys, wherever you guys grew up and whenever you grew up, did you guys have the little snack pack pudding cups that you would take just as part of your school lunch with a thing of like Dunkaroos and then like a banana because your mom wanted you to eat healthy? No, Brodo not telling what he wants makes them guess. No, everyone just knows the only thing I want is a DQ ice cream cake to the point where I don't even have to say it. My boss gets me a DQ ice cream every year for my birthday. That's a good boss right there. Twix goes hard, yes. I think we were talking a couple minutes ago how good Twix is. But as I was saying, because Rob brought it up, butterscotch pudding, the little snack packs that your mom would put in your lunchbox for you as a kid. Honestly, like I want those again. I gotta go to like Costco and just buy them in bulk. My boss blasts kill them all at work. That's pretty cool. What do you do for work, Mitchell? They were a whole subplot. What do you mean, please? Work at a restaurant. Oh, cool. Nice. I'm assuming it's like a pub or a diner. If you're playing Metallica, gotta have some nice greasy pub food to go with it. Oh, come on. Oh, yes, so yeah, whole subplot and Billy Madison, yes. Okay, did you eat snack pack pudding cups as a child?
Again, contraband, but I would trade that lunch up for them. Dude, snack packs fucking
They're
slap.
so good.
The butterscotch one and the chocolate one, like
Yeah.
you couldn't go wrong ever.
Rob was just saying we're talking about like chocolate and ice cream and cake and stuff, and he just said butterscotch pudding slaps, and we just gone to a whole conversation about all you were
for
thinking.
sure. Oh, for sure, bud.
It's an Italian restaurant, but I'm in the back. My boss usually with me, so we just in the classic fashion. That sounds like a pretty good job. Cooking some pasta, cooking some. What else do you veal parmesan, probably at an Italian restaurant.
Got some lasagna.
Got some carbonara.
God, I'm gonna get carbonara. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Man, I don't eat pot. Like, okay, especially like, so when I was playing rep hockey, that was like, yeah, I was born in '93. Rep hockey was like 2000 to 2011 ish. So yeah, at that era, it was all just carb loading all the time. So like as a kid, all I ate was pasta, and like now it's like, especially
what kind of pasta with what kind of sauce?
penne rosé with sun-dried tomatoes, slaps, pasta alioli, just olive oil, garlic.
My pregame was fettuccine Alfredo.
I couldn't.
That was so thick, bro. Like it just sat in your stomach like a rock. You couldn't move.
No, dude, Alfredo's like
I love Alfredo sauce.
That's a favorite cheat meal.
Chicken penne Alfredo. My mom would always, to get me to eat vegetables, she would always cut up like broccoli and carrots and peas and put it in the sauce.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, I still eat that nowadays. Like I'm absolutely, it gets me like, oh man.
I'm not gonna lie, like at this point, because all I eat is protein. It's 210 grams of protein a day. So like when I do eat vegetables, it's like spinach in my smoothie or arugula in like my leftover protein. Because my first meal of the day is usually like I do shit in a keto wrap so it's only 4 net grams of carbs and then fat-free cheese.
Wait. A wrap with 4 grams of carbs.
I've sent you the picture of it.
Oh, it's the cheese one, yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'll literally show it to you at the end of the game. We can go up. But yeah,
no, where I used to work, we used to sell them too. Yeah, not that exact brand, but I think next time I'm there, I'll.
But yeah, the wraps are good because It tastes good like a normal wrap, and it's only 4 net grams of carbs. And then you do fat-free cheese, and then like my first meal is usually 60 to 70 grams of protein. So like I literally rotate from chicken, turkey to extra lean ground
Are you
beef.
an eggs guy? You like eggs?
Eggs go in my smoothie.
Okay, that's fair.
So like
just raw egg whites, raw egg yolk.
okay, so I do 100-gram protein smoothies. So
Getting swole.
exactly. So 1 cup of egg whites and 2 eggs is 40 grams of protein. You do 2 scoops of protein powder. That's like another
50 or so, probably.
60. It's like the 60 or 70. And then I do a half cup of cashew milk, and then like a third of a cup of zero-fat Greek yogurt, which is straight protein.
That is
Like
like
Greek yogurt, yeah.
that's some bougie shit.
Dude, it gets a
good,
drop.
though.
Like
It's good.
that's
yeah.
the thing, and I'm spending less money because like I don't snack. Like it's just I eat my 3 meals, and they're all like literally chock full of protein.
That's good.
Yeah.
I should do that. Honestly, like I'm off this week. I got nothing to do tomorrow, so I'm probably gonna go grocery shopping in the morning. And what I used to do for a while was I never really made it properly, but I would try and make buffalo chicken, and just a whole bunch of it. Now is lunch for like a week. So probably have to get back on that. Breakfast in the morning usually is like Greek yogurt, frozen fruits.
I do the IT, so I don't eat breakfast.
What?
Intermittent fasting.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
No, I have to have breakfast because cooking breakfast or preparing breakfast in the morning helps like wake me up,
Fair.
which is good. And then also even if I'm not hungry, if I eat a little bit, it won't make me snack right before lunchtime, which is usually pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Greek yogurt, frozen fruits, protein powder usually, and then some. I do 1 slice of avocado toast and some scrambled eggs. Sometimes a banana on the side if I'm a little extra hungry. But especially during quarantine, that was my thing every morning. It was a poached egg over avocado toast, and then I would saute a red pepper and onions that I would saute in apple cider vinegar and brown sugar, and it was actually really good. I should get back on that. And the poached egg, when you cut it right down the middle and you have the egg yolk leak out.
Got that good.
Ooh.
You got that good.
Yeah.
The good rain.
Poached egg, it's actually not that hard. It sounds really hard, like when you learn how to do it, but I
My
got
dad
like
just yelled. I'm concerned.
Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go.
No.
I want to scroll up in the chat just because I know there's been a bunch of questions being asked. And
You 2 fingers in the middle. Scroll up.
oh gotcha. There you go. Our meatballs slap. Yes, that's the sign of a good Italian restaurant.
Yes.
Good meatballs. Alfredo. Okay, back to the Alfredo. Like because it's made of like cream or milk or something, it's very fatty and very rich and very like it fills you up. And that's the problem is I would eat Alfredo pasta before every hockey game, and then I wouldn't play very well because it would just clog your intestines.
Yeah.
But it tasted really good. That's all that matters.
My issue was like I would come into the season in shape, then by winter I would put it all back. Because like especially like okay, high school is not conducive to a good lifestyle. Because especially for me, like at the time I woke up at like 5:45, 6 a.m. I would eat, and then I would have to wait until noon to eat again, and then you know maybe have an apple after school, and then wait until like 6 or 7 p.m. to eat dinner, and it was just, and in between I would just like crave fats all the time, and I just eat cheese. That was my.
I used to, as a kid, you know when you buy the block cheese that you shred?
Oh yeah.
I would bite into it as a kid.
Dude, I would do the same thing. Dude,
I would eat like half of it.
uncooked Pillsbury cookie dough was one of my favorite things. Dude, that shit.
That's how you know you grew like you're either a millennial or a Gen Z kid. If that was your favorite snack, uncooked Pillsbury break and bake cookies.
Oh god. Dude,
That is. Oh fuck it. My brother. Okay, so what he would do is like whenever like Nona would give him money, he would go buy them from the store, put them in the fridge, and then just eat them.
I don't blame him.
Like, because she always give us money, like, oh, go buy ice cream or go buy a hot dog or something.
Yeah.
And he would go to the store and buy the was it 24 pack?
Yeah.
And just eat them.
Dude, I used to do the. Oh fuck off.
Oh, game isn't over. There's still 7.5 minutes.
Being my therapy animal. Teddy, do a boof.
Mitchell Rigby says the game is stressing me out. Same.
Show everyone how you boof. Go boof.
Dude Lebowski says I made Alfredo with Greek yogurt. That actually sounds kind of tasty. It's protein Alfredo right there.
Bro, you're a boofy guy. You're a real boofy guy. Like, haha, I amuse you kind of guy, or haha, I'm funny kind of guy.
You know. I think my ice needs some meal.
Do it, buddy. Do it.
Flavored ice.
Yeah, do it.
It's like, okay, I don't know if the ice cream trucks had this wherever you guys grew up, but mine had this thing called Crybaby Sour Ice.
Yeah.
Sour cherry ice. Yes, and it kind of tastes like, not really, but it's got the same kind of tang and the same kind of sugariness to it. And it's reminding me of that in a certain way. Oh, fuck. Okay. Go to your local grocery store.
Zero calories.
Buy one with 0 calories. I think 0 sugar, too.
Yes.
Buy one of these. Don't even put it in your water. Just chug it. It's actually delicious. Once you get past like that initial kind of sourness, it's actually so good.
Literally one of the boys. Like, look, you are such a good animal.
The Leafs give me so much stress. OMG. Tell me about it. Story of my life.
It is game one. I want to say there's a certain amount of feeling each other out, but like,
Of course, Brendan Montour scored. He's got 6 goals in the playoffs.
Brendan come tour. Literally eats cum. He's like glug glug glug, come glug glug glug.
I broke my other foot for nothing. I didn't say now. I said game 6 back on Saturday.
Come. I have your Violent Restitution album in 2 patches. I smoked your joints that you left in the car, though. I'm sorry in advance. Not sorry. If you leave drugs in my car, I will do them. You were so sus about hanging out in my car because you thought we were all smoking.
No, it's not that.
Okay, the car was also a mess because there's literal empty beer cans everywhere.
That's fine.
It was generally sus.
I don't get like weirded out by dirty cars, even though I keep mine clean. It's just I walked in, like I opened the door, and there's a box with merch, and on top there's just a whole thing. I don't know what it was, edibles or something.
Bullet belts and edibles. Yeah.
And I'm just like, am I sitting here or like?
Yeah, bro, just move the box over.
Okay.
It was fun though, because we that's when we first watched the Steve Dangle. I would watch the Steve Dangle reaction with you guys. And, like, if anyone like knows me, Steve Dangle's literally my favorite YouTuber. So like,
so much.
that was very special, and I'm glad I got to share that with you and Blaze. That was awesome. What's up, talking with more salsa, boy?
I will say though, back to Saturday night, I actually did cry an actual tear when they won. While Glaze was filming, I think I went to bear hug him, and that's why he's pointing at the ceiling for half of that video. Yes. I didn't know he was filming. Sorry, Glaze.
It's all good.
And then at one point, after it died down, I was sitting next to Chris. I just looked up at him, and he put his arm around me. And we said something about this is a good father-son moment. Yeah. And then, I don't know, like, I was just like, I didn't have words. There was just like a single tear that came because like the Leafs won for the first time. Like
Corrosive played an incredible set. I could not focus on it for my life. I just literally kept looking at you, and I was like, round two. Like it was
same with Razor. I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, like after the Leafs won that game, like nothing else mattered. And like, don't disrespect any of the bands because it was sick. Also, can we win tonight? I want to keep wearing this jersey in the series. This collar is a bit more relaxed than the traditional ones because it goes on the collarbones a bit easier, and like there's no lace on it. And I like it. It's 60s Maple Leaf, and I have the matching hat. We got the double orange NHL shields on here with the old school 60s Leaf logo. So can we win? I want to keep wearing this, and it's got the Bori patch too. This is my birthday. This was my Christmas gift from my brother, the Bori patch. So like
this jersey I have is a little bit nicer. Well, it's not nice. The other one is just that this one's more breathable, so I can wear something under it. Especially like the last game when I was wearing the actual like jersey, I was fucking cooking inside of it.
Yeah. Anytime you wear it authentic, it's like you need to have
They're so heavy.
You need to have a thin t-shirt on or nothing. It's like,
I was wearing like a long sleeve underneath.
yeah, dude, that like recipe for disaster. You just,
Yeah.
I'm an armpit, like, I'll be the first woman. I'm an armpit sweat heavy boy.
Same.
Yeah, and like, so Adam Wilde from the Steve Dangle podcast got Botox on his armpits, and like, he was like, no, I just sweat from my palms more. Like, I write, like, and I play hockey.
I didn't even know people can Botox their armpits. That's just like,
Oh god, my dad just yelled again.
Okay, no, we're
All right, okay.
Well, they almost got scored on. So
Yeah,
that's worth yelling at the TV.
If you Botox your elbow, your armpits, you sweat even more from your other pores. So,
Makes sense.
yeah, don't do that.
Bro, your foot sweat, your ball sweat, your stomach sweat.
The only thing I want to get, like,
Okay, do you guys get that treasure trail sweat that accumulates like right here?
yeah.
That's disgusting.
Dude, you get that fucking sweat right underneath the belt buckle.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's the
dude,
worst.
yeah. And then like you have one ingrown hair, and then it doesn't heal because it's
The
just
worst as
sweat.
well is like the sock sweat. Like, okay, I don't know where in the foot it accumulates, but when you're trying to take your socks off at the end of the day, you can't because it performs like this like lubricant like barrier.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tube socks are nice because like they do a decent job of maintaining blood flow, and like, yeah, like when I do construction gigs, I like the tube. Like everything else in my life is ankle socks because like anything above my ankle, I'm going to sweat. Oh god, I'm so sore. I have hockey. I'm fucked.
I haven't stood up in 2.5 hours. I'm gonna try standing up now. Hold on.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
It's right in the hips, eh?
Oh my ass is numb.
Yeah, dude, you're telling me.
Oh my god.
Teddy, you're a
It
bear.
actually feels like, you know, when you do a really like heavy like quad workout, it feels the same just from sitting down.
I'm gonna get absolutely ripped quads just from watching Leafs.
This is a bear. This is Carlton the bear.
This is a good bear. Better than Blades the Bruin, that poverty mascot, that poverty team.
Why can we not lose game one? No.
I think I'm going to talk my wife into visiting Canada for some shows with you guys versus going to Hellfest. Where's Hellfest? Is that Germany? Or the States? We don't have very good shows in or festivals. Like
Our liquor license, especially if you live in Ontario, our liquor laws suck. That's why Heavy TO bombed and failed miserably.
I know there's Hyperspace in Vancouver area if you like really cringy melodic power metal. What?
I know several bands. It's funny. You're not wrong. Like I'm laughing because you're not
Ex
wrong.
Mortis headlined this year.
Okay, all the other openers sucked.
Yeah. Luthero was part of that.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think Paladin was there. Paladin's okay. They're from Georgia. I think Traveler was there too. Good trad boys from Calgary, I think they're from. Yeah. But we used to have Heavy MTL and Heavy TO. Well, before my time at least.
Yeah, the last time I covered Heavy MTO was 2019, and that was the last one that ever
Wasn't
happened.
there one in Saskatoon? I don't know if it still exists. The Saskatoon Slaughter.
That was a meme.
And there's last year was Manitoba Metal Fest.
Hello? Is it an Inside Out jersey?
This one?
Yeah.
It is an inside out jersey.
Okay, I have to go inside out for the rally, apparently.
What rally?
Glaze, explain it to him.
Okay, sure. Sure, hold on. All right, hold on.
And he literally
I have to go off camera because this is OnlyFans content.
He literally what? He hung
Chris is subscribed to my OnlyFans.
You're like McLaughlin.
There we go.
Oh yes, I come several times. You come, I come.
This is incestuous.
No, get the puck out. Oh come on,
Can you pull my hood out? Never mind, I could.
that boy.
Ew, look, it's a rat. Oh, he's gone. No, never mind. All right. There we go.
Here we go. Swag,
Got
swag.
Actually, feel this. This is nice.
Chevrolet Silverado.
That's nice.
It's rubber.
I like
It. This feel now that I see it on camera, it's just it feels different.
It pops.
It pops in a very different.
And like, look how your bling hangs perfectly.
Oh
The
shit!
ice is
Woo!
perfect
That's
on
sick.
it.
That is sick. The way it like it's beautiful.
Idea.
Channel Justin Bieber. All right, so I'm going to be an absolute douche and piss on a janitor. I think he did that once. Right?
Sing Just Lose It while Eminem is performing at the Super Bowl in a box, because that was so fucking awkward. And he was just like literally facing the box, like rapping. It's like, dude, this is not your time. Please stop
I need to flicker
Yo,
my
go
ice.
for it, buddy. Go for it. Dab it, bro.
Oh yeah. Back to what I was saying. So that I think it's Warheads who makes the sour cherry ice. It's this little cup, and they would give you this like little wooden, not even a spoon, it was like a stick to scrape it up with. It tastes almost exactly the same. So get a nice tankard, fill it with ice, and just put the Mio Sports squirt.
It makes us feel like we're part of something bigger.
And make sure you get the blue flavor for the Maple Leafs.
Cry
Which one's this one? Blueberry.
and scream out for the world.
Cumberry.
Connected to
Rest in pies come.
over 60 years. And it's just the beginning.
Oh, does everyone in the chat know what happened to Cam on Saturday
The
night?
TLDR was he was trying to like
Okay, first song. Sorry, the song was called Too Trash
trash
to Thrash.
Yes.
And while thrashing, he trashed himself.
Landing right on his foot, that 6'4" fucking mammoth of a man. And he just crushed his ligament, which caused a fracture in his foot. And he called me when I was hacking a dart after Rupert said, he's like, hey man, can you come outside? I need to go to the hospital. I was like, all right. And I almost said, I'll call you back. I was like, actually, no, stay on the phone. Because my immediate thing was like, he's got a concussion.
Right, Tom?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gotta get blue for the Leafs. You know how people paint their face blue and shit? Yeah. Blue for Rangers? No, the Rangers are poverty.
Poverty franchise.
You lost to the New Jersey Devils.
New Jersey Devils, and they have no hip stripes on their jerseys.
Jack Hughes sends his regards.
Jack Hughes.
Okay, that Game 3 quote, what he said to the reporters, that was spicy.
That was so fucking funny.
Oh my god, I need more of that. It's like 2 years ago.
Hughes.
2 years ago when Colorado got knocked out by Vegas. Adrian Dater, who's like the Steve Simmons of Colorado, asked McKinnon this super long question, and McKinnon just goes no, and then turns to the next reporter.
Or like
Absolute disrespect.
When they asked what's his face, who's a German on the Oilers, the good one.
Draisaitl.
Yeah.
There's
Why
only
are
one
you
German
so
there.
pissy? Why are you so pissy, Leon? I don't know. Why don't you tell me? And like it was the most sarcastic beauty status.
Or a couple of years ago when Giroux was still playing in
oh
Philly.
no!
Oh, and Sammy got yanked.
Oh.
When Giroux was still playing in Philly during the COVID season. So him and Konechny are doing like the Zoom interviews after the game. And there's this one, I forget his name is Mike something. It was a Philly beat writer who just always hated Giroux. And so Giroux had a really good game. And so instead of saying like, instead of asking him about how he thought his performance was, he's like, so your team got off to a good start today, which they, whatever. And the guy was like, Mike, you're such a fucking weasel. I don't even want to talk. He just, and Travis Konechny is trying his hardest not to laugh. You can find it on YouTube. It's absolutely
This is when someone asked Matthews about it. He's like, when he injured his mouth skating through the net, he's like, yeah, great question. I just thought it was a great idea to like skate through the crossbar.
Oh my! What was it in game 4 when they came back? Some guy asked Matthews. He's like, "So did something go on in the dressing room that helped you guys come back?" And he's just like, "Yeah, I don't know. We just kind of like he didn't even like try to answer it."
Matthews is such a beauty with a fucking press.
Obviously, obviously, yeah, for sure.
Pucks in deep.
Obviously, get the pucks in deep and
Full 200-foot game.
obviously, every time he says obviously, take a shot.
Yeah.
You will get drunk on the first reporter.
Or when John Tavares blinks. He's a big he blinks a lot, eh?
Yeah.
It's like really pronounced every time he does it. I don't know if it's a nervous like twitch or like we're not winning this game. I mean, you're still always welcome, despite the record being ruined now.
Yeah.
But like,
Oh, Kyle Bunting, no!
This was a game Bobrovsky definitely stole.
I'll have to switch the other jersey for next time.
Yeah, I'm changing jerseys too, apparently, because I can't wear this one again.
Well, I wore the other one last time.
Oh!
Okay, there's still time. We still got possession. That's such a weird angle. Who else has like goated interview? We don't have like a Lars Ulrich where every answer is yeah.
Kessel has some legendary.
Castle's just like that.
That's
Okay.
a great question, eh? he's not even Canadian. He's just whenever Kessel said
Castle's
eh,
voice is unironically the most Canadian thing ever.
it's so like northern New York, like northern Rochester.
Yeah. I think he's from. Where's he from? No, he's from Wisconsin.
Yeah, he's a masshole,
Yeah.
or like close enough to being a masshole.
Yeah.
But, like he's close enough to that 49th parallel that like, and because he plays hockey, he's got that like, eh?
Jack Hughes taunting the Rags fans after scoring straight. Yeah, Jack Hughes is honestly great. He's underrated. Like
Jack Hughes.
Jack Hughes.
This is the worst brand in hockey.
Yeah.
Who was like, yo, let's go for the sedated Joel Quenneville after getting his wisdom teeth surgery and put it on a jersey? Like, that's stupid.
Back to what was I saying before? Damn it.
Lars Ulrich.
No. Right after that. Phil Kessel. So on an episode of Spit and Chicklets, I think it was with John Michael Lyles, Leafs legend. They asked, so I think it was Ryan Whitney asked him for like, what's your best Phil Kessel story? So when Randy Carlyle came in as coach,
Yes.
you know exactly.
Yes.
Okay. So hockey players, they fill their water bottles with water, and Phil Kessel fills it with Diet Coke because, of course, right? So
he's a Jonathan Daly of hockey.
Yeah. So when Carlisle came in and said, "Yeah, you can't drink Coke on the bench," he threatened to quit. And he's like, Randy, I'll fucking quit. I'll
fucking quit.
Yeah.
You tell that fat fuck.
And then so they're supposed to do a weigh-in during training camp, and obviously, yeah,
We're
we're
literally
yeah.
on speaker.
Okay.
Yes.
You tell that fat fuck he can come down the hole himself and do it.
Literally.
Coded fucking quote.
Hangs up once again.
Oh.
Classic.
So yeah, they're supposed to do a weigh-in at training camp, and Kessel's like, I'm not gonna fucking do it. And then Carlisle tells like one of the trainers or something, tell him to do it. And he sticks his head out the door and
that fat
you
fuck.
tell that fat. Oh my God, Ryan O'Reilly. What the fuck happened there?
They're not calling anything at this
Of
point.
course they won't. You tell that fat fuck, Rand.
The best was
Quote,
like,
quote.
I can't remember. It was Phil Kessel, I think Joffrey Lupul, that like went out to Mr. Sub after the game instead of like they have literal catered meals. yeah, they have literal catered meals. I can't remember who was telling this story.
I think it was Lyles as well. Yeah.
Okay, Spit and Chicklets has gone like that brand. Dude, a few years ago, Spit and Chicklets was a shit. Now they only upload once a week, and like, stop having Keith Yandel as a guest. Get Wendell Clark, please. Get anyone else, please.
Also, Biz, we don't care how many people you've slept with. It's not.
Matt Murley is not a good host either. He has the most annoying voice either.
R.A.
Colby Armstrong is okay, and
R.A. looks like he has cancer. Just saying.
He's a literal fat Caillou. Get on a treadmill. You don't have the money to write off a fucking gym account, Barstool Sports. Oh
and
my God.
Ryan Whitney is so triggered over everything. Like, chill, dude.
Oh my God.
I mean, you played for Edmonton. Sorry.
Mikey Grinelli's also like he's like the most generic millennial. Like, yeah, I warmed up a frozen pizza for dinner tonight. You're literally a
Oh, they're calling high stick. I think we're getting a power play.
Too little. Oh, now Florida's challenging it. Oh.
Oh, it was Chip Masker at the front of the bus. Yeah, that's another quote. And then the other funny one is when they were interviewing JVR, and JVR's first game against Kessel, and Kessel was a Penguin, so they're lining up at the draw, and JVR he's like fucking with his laces and shit, and Phil turns and he's like, James, don't forget I'm gonna do a fucking player.
Classic Cass.
Kessel like.
Double minor with 39 seconds. Like, okay.
You know
all
what?
right.
Here's the thing: if we score once, we're still in the power play.
What's Paul Maurice doing?
What
with
was
this?
this?
What is this?
What is this?
What gang sign is this? The 416? Maurice, like, yeah, we lost your phone number. Deal with it, buddy. Look at Sam and the ref's like, there's literal blood on
He's
his.
like, bro, really? Game's already over.
Like,
God, Sampan is so
oh
ugly.
god. And we already have the goalie pulled.
Yeah.
So that's
Six-
6 on 4.
6 on 4, baby.
Oh
We're
god.
gonna lose the draw. Let's be real.
They're doing the hope thing again.
No, don't do this to me again.
And you weren't wrong. They lost the face-off.
Yeah. Yes. Is it? No. Fucking motherfucker. Under review right now.
Oh, this is a song that Patty the Batty walks out to in UFC. Heads will roll.
I think I've heard this one before.
It's in. We were talking about this with Tractor. Like the seldom EDM that I listen to.
Which artist is?
Oh god. I'd have to look it up, but like, I'm okay. Outside of metal, my shit is like 90s hip hop, rap, and like the occasional EDM song. Like you gotta have a beat that fucks, and to me, this beat fucks.
It does fuck.
And it's also because Patty the Batty, and he's also famous for saying, you know, I'd rather be fat and happy than be in shape. Which I don't blame him because, like,
that is a quote. That is
like he's literal like welterweight or whatever. It's like 162 or whatever, and he talks about how like when he's happier eating pizza. Like I don't blame him.
pizza,
yeah.
Pizza makes me happy.
Yeah, I love eating
Can't fault
cheese,
that.
cheese and salty pepperoni to my face every day if I could. Yes, please. But also, I haven't made millions of dollars doing, you know, an athletic thing either.
90s New York rap W. Can't confirm. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Gangstar / Dilated Naj Pete Rock Wu-Tang goated 100%.
2001, The Chronic, one of my favorite
That's
albums
West
of all
Coast.
time. No.
Nothing but a G thing.
You've been great. I've been Chris. He's been DJ Brodo Swaggins. We'll see you for game 2 this Thursday. Love you. Appreciate you. Till next time. Peace.
Catch you later.